Hello, hello. Is it on? Oh, un momento. Get up the stream. That'd be a good start. Ah, yawn. God, I don't know why I'm more tired today than other days, but I am. But again, we have a big game today. It's GENG, Warlord Wibs and the Halt Ninjas GENG, actually, against Canada Men's Sentinels. A big day.
And basically those guys seem to be
Here's our
running
bingo.
into each other all the time.
Now our bingo, I'm only doing 2 maps today. Okay? Can't stop yawning. I'm only doing 2 maps. So yeah. That's it. It is not my wedding, no. If it was my wedding, I don't think I'd be streaming at all. Also, I wouldn't book my wedding during like the busiest time of my whole year. I'm not really looking forward to going to this. 10 screen 1 tap. Omen spike, naked off, player stands off, 15 assists. First map Sunset dies while restabilizing KO. Ares by Coach Raging, molding, firing a dead body, 13 for a worse gun, completely out of bullets. Pie, bonus round win, Harbor Viper comp, double timeout, Koivia 10 save. Force after losing pistol. I have to guess the match MVP. Fortnite emote, pistol round, raid boss, first map percent. I need a hero gun round, clutch, neon pick, stealing KO, kill while he's down. Okay. Makes sense. Now, should I do the map veto now? Obviously, these two teams have already played each other. In fact, I've got it on here, haven't I? So, I think we'll get a very similar veto. Will we? What did you lose on? Lotus and Bind. Would GENG ban Bind now? SEN will still ban Icebox, I think. I think they'll stick with Sunset. I think SEN will just pick Bind this time. I think they'll stick with Ascent. And I still think we'll get Abyss map 3. If we got it the first time. You'll ban Lotus, and you'll ban whatever the other one is. Even. Let's go with that. Oh, I can't stop yawning.
Very south, very quick. Now I want you to look at this setup that Heretics is
yawning.
using. They've got 2 initiators here. They've got the Yoru here. They've already sent a Dizzy through long. And then they're going to launch some util. They're going to throw the Mosh into Garden. They're going to throw a flash into Hookah, and they're going to use a fake out down here. And that's a lot of util, and that's going to buy this rotation. There's already been the quick rotation here from Karan. You know, this is something GENG is really good at. They want to go from side to side on the map, right? And this is Heretics using that against them. Now, let's zoom out again. Let's watch a little bit of this and fast forward, because this is mostly just util, but you can see that it keeps GENG planted, and it's going to keep Karan over here.
Yeah.
But then there's that TP out. So there's that quick rotation that Heretics has available to them, and Munchkin is in an awkward position. Now, he is going to hit a crazy good shot.
Yeah.
But he's getting, yes, absolutely destroyed with utility right here, and he's getting backed into U-Haul. Once
Think
again,
GENG will ban Abyss? No, they
I
might
want you to
ban
take a
Bind,
look
but I don't think they'll
at
ban
what's
Abyss.
been identified here, and that's Texture's position. You can see the ping there. There's going to be a Thrash that comes through there as well to keep him in that position. But already,
I mean, I'm looking at this map veto, and
the
I think, like,
rotations are
if this
here
was the
from
map
GENG.
veto,
They're on their
SEN
way.
actually have a
So
chance.
this, to me, looks like you've got to
I
set
don't
up
think they can
to
win a
wait
SEN,
little bit,
even
play
though
for
I
a
think they'll
crunch,
change back to
and
the
shut
KO
Heretics
that
out
comp
of
is
this
dead,
round.
but
However, it does not go that way.
But I don't think they have a chance on SEN. But
Texture tries to re-clear showers,
could they win
but instead
Abyss?
opts to challenge for the fight. Now,
Could they win Abyss and
rewind
Bind?
it
Like,
just
yeah,
a
I
little
think they
bit,
could win Abyss and Bind.
and I want to zoom in on Texture's utility. he has the blast packs available.
Yeah.
But he opts to stick in that position instead of trying to get out of dodge and wait for the reinforcements. That's an uncharacteristic mistake that I don't see.
Actually, I'm
very
changing my
often
mind. I'm
from this
changing my
Gen G
mind.
squad. He ends up dying.
In a
Now, the
crucial
reinforcements have
game,
arrived,
I
but
don't think
immediately,
Gen G will play
Lakia sends
this.
in a flash
They'll play
and tries
this.
to make a hero play ahead of it. He dies. Karan gets stuck in the smoke and gets spammed out, and then the round's basically over. I mean, that's
Then
it.
again,
That's
do
why
I
we
believe
got-
that?
Because of a couple
No,
key,
I'm
small
changing it again.
mistakes in timings and in decision making
No,
that they
we'll stick
very
with it.
rarely made this year.
Now, do you think that's a result of Heretics, absolutely putting them on the, back foot there?
Yes.
For sure.
That's part of it.
Yes,
For sure.
whoever loses this is
That's
out.
what it
Their
felt like
utility
that.
usage in that round was crazy good.
Yeah.
I mean, the misinformation cell at the very beginning to just bait those rotations and then have a really nice, concise push into that site. It was a very solid effort from the side of Heretics, so credit where it's due.
But there's an opportunity there for Gen G, is what I'm trying to point out.
Yeah, and there is, right? I think, you
What are the
tied up
games
a few of those
tomorrow?
things,
The
you're
games
right
tomorrow
back in
what?
this.
Oh, it's
get
led
that
by Vitality,
confidence,
that's
you
pretty
make
good.
sure that you're taking
An
fights
EG
with your
paper. Okay,
teammates,
we got
especially
actually we
when
got
your
two pretty
teammates
good games
Meteor,
tomorrow. To
who
be
that
fair.
series dropped a 26-12.
Yeah, these are pretty good games tomorrow.
Absolutely was phenomenal against Heretics. Unfortunately, just did not have the rest of the line firing alongside with him. And Achilleos, I feel like Meteor, always going to be an X factor for this team, but the way he has been performing in this tournament has been really impressive.
Oh yeah, I mean, Meteor is still going to be in the conversation for one of the best players in the world, just given what he's able to do, even in these losses. And I think that, for me, Gen G being able to play this series as closely as they did versus Heretics, while I'd say pretty much everyone other than Meteor looked off, just goes to show how much individual impact he was having, because a lot of the rounds that were won
Meteoric
were off the
Rise.
back of this
Good
guy
one.
coming up with multiple
How'd you come up with that one?
So I think that if the rest of the team are still feeling off today, if they can do 10% of what Meteor did in that Heretics game, they should be okay.
He's been crazy all year.
Hoping Gang
especially
win
at
this.
international events.
Perfect
He's really
gift
stepped
for
up.
my
He's been that
birthday
guy
tomorrow.
That can win
Gang
them
win.
rounds that they don't have any business winning.
Gen G
that he
don't
can
win
lock down
this,
sites like C on Lotus, make them impenetrable for
that will
Gen
be
G,
quite the
and really
story.
set up the rest of the squad for success in how stalwart he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good at just rattling his opponent time and time again. So if he's able to do that here in Sentinels, when they get
Sen
rattled,
somehow
it's
beat them.
hard for them to shake themselves out of that. But another player that will also cause those problems, because, pretty much every player on Gen G is freaking phenomenal, is Karan, who comes into this a rookie. He's a rookie. We already talk about him like
First
he's a
map is
seasoned
Lotus.
veteran. But my
Oh,
guy's
if Sen
only
picked,
like it.
if
I
Sen
mean,
picked
he plays
Lotus,
like
they
it.
made
At
a
this point,
big
he
mistake.
is. I mean, he's
In
still
my
a rookie
opinion.
and will be until the 2025 season rolls around. But
They had to pick Brian.
he has
surely.
played so many games. Gen G has basically just gone through the most difficult route possible for every
If
single
Gen G
stage,
had picked
every single
Lotus, then
tournament.
they've
He's
made a
played
horrendous
maximum
mistake. Why would you
number
not just
of
pick a Sen
maps.
again?
And Karan is just so very seasoned now. He continues to have incredible performances. I think, again, a little bit off in the Heretics series. We were seeing some uncharacteristic mistakes and movement from him. But overall, this guy has had maybe the best year out of anybody globally.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can argue with that paper thing.
No, the only other players I can think of are players on this team. I mean, it's like, that's it. So he's insane.
Maybe Woot.
Yeah.
Probably
Woot's
the
been
only other-
incredible. Woot's
yeah.
been absolutely incredible.
Sure.
But I mean, for Karan, he's so good in a lot of different ways. He's extremely talented just at locking down a site, being that anchor. He does a great job with his timing, with his play there. Actually, you don't see it on that Telestrator clip I have, but he actually smokes off showers for texture. Texture just kind of makes a bad decision there. He does a lot of good
Pin
things at the right
watch.
time.
What does that mean?
It's just like sometimes
It's
the
by
team isn't
power,
always there, whatever.
alright.
That only happened really against Heretics.
Oh, that-
But-
yeah,
but-
that just
he has
didn't happen
incredible
apparently.
firepower, and he can be set off balance sometimes as an anchor, but it's been very few and far between.
Yeah. There's certainly.
I think
gonna
someone
be
picked
so
Lotus. What
many
told you that? The
stories
fact that
we're gonna
the
be
first
paying
map's
attention
Lotus?
to going into this one. But before we get into today's first match, why don't we go ahead and talk about the forecast of what the next
I
2
can still get
days
5.
are going to look like and play a little game of what are the chances?
I can still get 5.
We're each going to make a prediction about what's coming. One is a 90% chance, one's a 50% chance, and one is a 10% chance. None of us know what each other selected. So, Achilleos, you're up first, Papa.
Good luck.
All right, let's see if I can remember what I did. I think my 90%
What do you
chance
think the
was a
most likely
prediction coming
upset
into
out of the
today,
V's
which was
last
that
4
Jimmy would
group
enter the
stage
show
matches
and
is
comment
Mr.
about him and paper
MTV.
than being old or bald.
Most
And
likely
we got that. You
upset.
called it the elder counselor or whatever the hell
To be
it was.
fair,
so
The
he got
most
for that.
likely
Yeah, it was in the script.
is
I didn't ask him to
EDG
do
being
that.
Paper
That's
X, I
Mike.
think.
I didn't ask him to do it. I just knew that it was
He
going to
did that.
happen.
All right, what else
So
you got?
that's my
Well,
90%. That's my sunniest. And we made
Could
sure
be
to nail that.
Vitality as well.
Quite a
Might
bright okay.
50%, which is a little bit of overcast, is that EDG is going to be Paper Rex for the second time ever.
Where's the?
I don't know.
Now, where do you lean on that?
Where's
I don't know.
Where's the rain? What's worse than rain?
I got paper. I got Paper X going
Hurricane.
forward.
Hurricane force.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a feeling.
Right now, I think EDG, as close as they were able to play their last series, I think that they are kind of on the up and up. And while I do think that Paper X will have the upper hand,
Immerong for preying on Lev's downfall, so 100 Thieves gets a second chance.
Why would 100 of these get a second chance if
10%
Lev
is
loses?
that I do not get a heart attack during this series.
Now, I'm not getting
regardless
married
of
after
the
this. Again,
outcome.
if I was getting
So
married,
90%
then
chance that I get a
I
heart
wouldn't be
attack
doing
is
this stream
basically
at all,
what
would
All
I?
right. I think
Where's the sunny? Yeah,
that's quite sunny. That's
that's
gonna
very
happen.
sunny,
All right,
yep.
Paper Thin, you're up next. What you
All
got?
right, so one of mine's already happened as well.
Okay. Oh boy. I don't know.
I make fun of you guys for
90%er.
being old.
Correct.
Yes. Oh my God. No way.
All right.
Oh,
So
okay.
next, I say 50% chance. Texture gets a 4K, but
Yep.
doesn't get the ace,
Yep.
and loses his mind on screen.
Yeah.
Do you
I
wanna
think it's
get
actually
married,
better than
Mr. Man?
but-
Yeah,
He's getting
Do I
the
want
ace.
to get married?
getting
Not
the ace.
particularly.
He's
He's getting the ace to qualify for playoffs.
He ain't getting the ace. Oh my!
right.
To qualify for playoffs. Okay, like Shakespeare. What was your 10?
That Sentinels will play Deadlock today.
Oh yeah, actually, I could see that. I could see that.
I think it's super
That's
unlikely.
super low.
I
super
think
low.
they've
I
learned that
understand.
that agent just isn't for them.
Yeah,
You know,
I-
it's a good agent. There's nothing wrong with it. Just isn't the right fit for them at this time.
Look, as much as I would love to instill fear into the hearts of all the Sentinels fans, I do agree that it's
Yeah,
unlikely.
I think it's unlikely
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
All right,
I don't know
so
if that's a sunny or a rainy then.
I don't know actually. Well, you know, we're this first time we're doing this. All right, let me go. Here's my forecast. I think I wrote it last night. There it is. Lotus is played in Gen G versus Sentinels. I
Sure.
think that's gonna happen for sure.
Yes.
Texture gets the ace. Texture gets
Oh,
the
okay.
ace.
I
I'm
think
right
he's gonna
there.
be denied it. He's just on this weird like
Yeah.
funk.
Crew 2-0 Fnatic. I mean, that is 10%, but
And the 10% chance
Congrats
is that
TMV
Crew
on your
2-0's
marriage.
Fnatic.
After following you for 2 years, and I can tell anyone would be lucky to have you. Hope you
That's why
have a
I put it
great
at 10%.
wedding.
So that-
Also, when
so
is
that's a sunny
Slime Rancher
forecast for me,
gameplay
boys.
coming
Yeah.
out?
Overall, I
look,
think
if
I
we
might
get
help
this
us.
24-hour
I'll
stream,
pop
if
off
we get
Better than
there,
your earlier prediction.
Okay,
maybe I'll
well,
play
you know
Slime
what?
Rancher.
Again, now I'm gonna punch you in the neck. All right,
All
so moving forward here, it's time for the results of our MasterCard fan
Would
poll.
people-
We
would
asked a
people
lot of
like
people
Slime
how many
Rancher?
first seeds are going to be eliminated over the next 2 days of the competition, and the results are in. Survey says. Well, I think we should be coming up in a second.
how did the
here.
wedding
you're
thing
gonna sue
start?
for that.
Read the
Yeah.
title. And I'm going to a
Guess
wedding.
So. Guess so. Yeah.
I will not be
There
watching
is
Fnatic.
2 teams.
Oh, okay. That's where we were at.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Which two? Which two?
I mean,
I think
for
EDG.
me, for me, Gen G Fnatic. I think today is the 2.
Those are the 2 he's saying going.
Go through. So you think- okay. Okay.
Apotheosis
I
19.
think it's gonna be Gen G make it through, and then you know what? I think it's kind of funny. Crew will win. I'm with you.
man.
I'll take your
Doug is
10%.
yelling. he's
Thanks for the
biased.
prime.
Doug is yelling he's biased, just an FYI, which also is
I'm
kind of true.
biased towards
Speaking
comedy.
of, let's see the predictions and see how biased Achilleos is. Oh, shocker!
I mean, I didn't actually go for it, but
Yeah, well, I went with Gen G today because I just felt like
Doug and Steele go
Sen.
Sen.
Here, but I am the lone crew champion, baby.
I think they can win.
Huh.
Fnatic did not look
They're
really
going to
good.
contact all over the map. They're not gonna run a single play.
Yeah,
They're just gonna,
they look good against DRX. They got slapped.
it's always a chance it just happens.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, dude.
That's true.
Crew
Or Heat.
Crew will do something silly at the drop of a hat. I'm telling you, it's so capable. But this
Do I
thing's
think
gonna
Sen
be
has a
incredible,
chance?
boys.
Yes. I
I'm
think the map
excited.
veto
We're
matters.
locked in.
If they
This is
pick
gonna be
Lotus,
probably
I
one of
feel
the
like
most
their
exciting
chances
days
go
of
down
Valorant here
quite
at
a lot.
Champions Seoul. So,
Because
with
that means that
being
they've
said,
kind of
we have
given
so
up the map
much more
veto.
to break down,
Like, if
and
we're playing
there's gonna be
Lotus
so
and then
much more
Ascent,
to come, but let's get
they're in a
this
lot
show
of trouble.
started. Gen G versus Sentinels, Fnatic versus Crew.
Particularly if they have to play
Day
defense
9
side
in
Lotus
Champions
first.
Seoul starts right now.
Please say Fnatic gonna win. Fnatic will win. I would be shocked if they didn't. Garrett Boriska. Boriska. What did you say? Wedding present. Buy a Starbucks coffee. You look tired, noob. Wow, I'm getting I'm getting flamed. I am tired. That's why I literally the first thing I said on the stream is I'm very tired. I don't know. I'm just more tired today. I must not have slept that well. They love Boaster on this running machine.
I know in the past I made this joke about how I've been working out and how I look buff. But at this event, I actually have been working out. And I'm starting to look a little bit bigger. You might think you're working hard right now, but we're working harder.
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the
Rookie
game.
999, thanks for the 9 months.
Gigabanger coming up.
Trophy. So step aside. We're coming.
TRX will get a 2-0 victory over Fnatic. For Fnatic, they still have another life, they still have another chance.
Of course, it feels sad that we lost, but we're still alive in the tournament. All we have to do is beat crew.
Me siento extremadamente confiante y creo que nunca me había sentido tan confiante de mis compañeros que tengo al lado, que cualquiera se puede sacar una ronda y puede dar vuelta a todo y nos da ese como momentum de esa partida.
I think my most memorable moment against Kesnet was at Chance 21 when he won and dropped us off the tournaments. And now we have a chance for a payback.
God, we're going deep into the lore.
De nuevo se va a demostrar que soy mejor duelista que tú.
We've lifted trophies before. We can do this.
SEN City, here to play, here to stay. GENG will take him out. It's a good, close finish, not how they hoped.
센티넬과 마드리드 결승전에서 패배를 맛봤을 때 후회가 되는 플레이들이 마구 떠올랐고, 그리고 저 트로피를 내가 들고 싶었는데 라는 생각과 그냥 많이 후회했던 것 같습니다. 그리고 화도 많이 내고.
It was one of the best feelings ever to lift that trophy. I'm very confident that we can make a repeat of the Madrid Grand Finals. I've done it before, I can do it again.
Ooh.
마드리드 때처럼 둘 중 하나가 집에 가게 될 때,
If GENG didn't win Shanghai, I think they'd lose this game.
보여주도록 합시다.
Like, if they would have lost that grand final to Heretics,
Their symbol is the tiger, but I feel like we're the tiger now, and they're the cat. And we're coming for blood.
yeah, if GENG didn't win,
Let's go T4s to my 4K goat, Munchkin our brain and my eagle, Barrel Lakia Valorant, Karen my young goat and Meteor the bane of all dinosaurs. Gang let's go baby gang win. No heart attack PLS.
I feel like, yeah, if GENG hadn't won in Shanghai, I think they'd lose this game. But I think when you win a tournament for a team like GENG, like, it just gives you that sense of, like, it's fine, right? Like, you've already proven yourself. There's no, like, problem. Here's the map veto. Then ban Ascent. Oh, okay. They have a chance. You ban Sunset. You picked mine, though. That's not good. They did pick Icebox into you. Which is a risk, but okay. I mean, I don't hate it. You then banned Abyss. Don't love that. Oh, you're playing Haven? No, 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 no. No, no, no. Right, I like that they banned Ascent. I hate that they picked Lotus, although GENG picked Defense for some reason, which also doesn't make any sense. Right, they got Lotus attack side first, so they have a chance now. I'm shocked that GENG picked Defense. Doesn't really make any sense. They're now playing... No, this can't be. This can't be. No, you're playing arguably GENG's best or second best map, which was your pick. Then you're playing your permaban, and then you're playing a map that you got stomped on by them before. Ah, I don't love it for SEN. I don't love it for SEN. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, obviously we don't know, but I think just from our position now, it doesn't. Picking Lotus, I feel like Bind was your choice. Surely Bind was the choice. Heretics had just been GENG on Bind. They looked a bit lost on Bind, to be honest. You just had a very good game on Bind, if I'm not trolling. Right, Sen? They just won a 13-8 on Bind and looked pretty good. Like, Bind was the choice, man. But you didn't play Bind against GENG, though, so, you know, it's not like you've played each other. I'm just shocked that GENG picked defense. Because Sen's attack is way better than the defense on this map. Like, even with this comp. We shall see. I'm guessing this is just stage 2 if it says 5 times played, because I mean, GENG have played this map fucking like 20 times.
Seeing that fade raise combination, who can find value, who can get the better
Okay,
reads,
here we
it
go.
can all come down to that.
All right, folks. Well, let's go ahead and dive into map 1, shall we? We're going to send it over to your casters, 2 guys who just love commentating some of the biggest games possible. It's Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much, fellas. We're gifted with yet another banger.
Don't worry everyone, Sen will finish this in a quick 2-0 fashion and prove just how superior Na is. Don't worry, TMV sent trolled the map veto just to give GENG a chance. USA, USA, Eagle, 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 Eagle.
Would have been
Why does it say Eagle differently each time?
Heretics would have been in the spot that GENG is in right now. But
hey, here we go.
I mean, they looked great. The recovery, the turnaround that they had compared to the first match they had against GENG, they're going to need to bring that energy.
Here we go.
Here today
Feels like a big game because it is a big game.
On this map, it was a mirror. It was a 13-7 win for SEN.
Diego Sheriff alone on C.
And oh man, this is going to be an unbelievable start.
I mean, this is the tournament that's on everyone's minds at the beginning of the year. This is what players play for. This is what the entire year is about. And for one of these 2 teams, it ends today.
So it's just a classic start from GENG, nothing too crazy.
You've got Lakia, who's already taken a lot of space towards A. Now taking a step back, but otherwise, Dre, the map very quiet.
Yeah. It's so timid from both sides right now. No one wanting to make
you get shot, you lose the round, you lose the game.
It's not Colby, thanks for 6 months.
It's going to be a lurk smoke on
Gang
C,
cooking Sen easy 2-0.
So we're just trying to what, fake this and then come back here once that drops.
Smoke out from Karan as well. The Prowler through, but you're right, Munchkin ahead of the line just a little bit. Getting enough info as to what's really going on. And you see, as we see the map kind of lean back towards A. A couple of members across the middle of the map. Lucky is the first one to fall.
Yeah, he was the solo man there as well. It's all up to Karan here.
With a classic light armor, the wall will conceal their movements. As Texture tries to get a little active, Texture was an absolute demon the last 2 times these teams faced off.
Yeah, he absolutely shut Zekken out of the series.
Oh, and
Texture
gets a 10. What are we doing?
At least out of this round, Meteor with a nade and a flash at his feet will fall at the hands of Zekken. His 10s looks to get a little bit more active. Will connect onto Munchkin. Numbers the way of the attack.
Okay, I mean, massive difference in that.
Amount too.
Not kill on 10s.
Any better for the #1 seed from the APAC region. Sentinels win the pistol, and very quickly. The last time they played, they won 1 out of the 4 pistols the entire series. They struggled.
And not only that, but it's Zekken getting a 3K into that round, getting momentum. It's something that he couldn't do the last time around against GENG. And it's something that was able to get them over the hurdle.
If Tracy Sports win champs, will you boil up without the be like you said you would?
For Sentinels to take that one home.
If Trace win it all,
this is very important for the side of Sentinels. They need momentum. They're such a momentum-based team.
Absolutely. You know, we talked about
Trace to win it all. I'm going to be rooting so hard against Trace.
Good morning from America. Also, don't forget my prophecy. One America's team will win today.
Those demons are not that far behind them.
I mean, I could see that. It's going to be a faster exit onto C. Should work pretty well.
Right off the rip. Understanding.
He does have a sheriff, so if he hits a nice shot here, that could be some trouble.
Clear retake from the side of GENG. What can they really do? They only have a couple sheriffs on Meteor and Texture. And we've seen this post plant happen a lot from the side of Sentinels. They'll put this deep alarm bot in water with a molly. It's all to delay.
Okay, there's one of your sheriffs.
And then they'll cycle smokes on default. This is so hard to break through.
Oh, a little risky from Zekken, but he's
one
off ult.
Dude, it's the
this
second
is classic
round,
SEN.
and he's already 1 point away from having his ult online.
And he's hungry. He wants more. Here it is. He gets that
Gets
ultimate.
the ult.
I mean, when you have that far of an advantage, you really want to push, and that's exactly what he does.
And
So
this is like
massive
classic
for two
Sen.
reasons.
Again,
You
Genji
mentioned
made a pretty
Sentinels,
big
you
mistake
mentioned
picking
Zenkin
defense
struggling,
here,
and how
but
it's important for him to get back online, get
It's
the
not
ball rolling
Sen's
as
fault.
quickly as possible. And I think he's already doing that 7-1. But also the showstopper round 3. Huge.
Yeah, and they didn't lose a single rifle in the process. John QT, he was sitting on a sheriff the entire time. Yeah, Zekin falls down there, but he got the showstopper like you said, and John was able to pick that Spectre up and now upgrade to a Vandal.
And
on
light
the other
shields as
side,
well.
it's
This
all
ult
light
could be
armor
very
across the
deadly.
board. If that showstopper even tags somebody, it's going to do mad damage. It'd probably take out a couple players.
Yeah, GG, I told
I will
everyone
say,
this
in
would
the
a
last
quick
series,
2-0 and they
Zekin
called
picked
me a
up all those
madman.
ultimates,
Ego.
Bind one,
Also,
yeah,
did you see Brent soiling up yesterday? He's my real
Seems like a
goat.
lot of pings on the minimap towards
No,
me at the
I
beginning
didn't
of the
see
round.
Brent soiling up.
Genji seemingly wise to it. 3/5 of their.
But he bet that off
around
what?
here for
He
now.
said like, if someone just wins a map.
Rounding. Zelsis, while all
It
that
was
pressure
ridiculous.
was happening, took all of C control. And he's farming up his own little orbs right here.
Okay, no smoke
Just needs
here.
to be
They
careful
might just
right
go.
here. He gets carried
You're
out.
dead.
That showstopper's going to do the damage.
And the
They're
thing
in a
is
lot
here,
of
if you're
trouble.
Sentinels,
They're
you
in
don't have
so
to
much
fully
trouble.
commit to this. It seems like they might, though. Tens is already TP'd all the way across. You've got everything back sight.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Mowing
just.
over Genji.
It's not looking
An
good. I
absolute
mean, Genji,
firing
they aren't
squad
really coming up with any
Texas just
proactive
ran
plans.
into.
Like,
I mean,
it's
he
just.
swings, and it's the most terrifying thing you could imagine.
They're just doing the same thing every round thus far, so 3
And so
rounds
now,
in.
as the dust settles
But
and as
Sen
the
are
rest
just
of the round kind of comes
avoiding
to a
A.
close, you see Sentinels with a really big
After the
advantage
pistol,
here. They're
like,
up on
you know, on the
numbers.
pistol
You've
round,
got
it's easy.
John who's
You can
gonna
get out much
a little
easier,
bit
but
closer to having his ult
it
online.
just looks like
Zelsis
they're
halfway
saying,
to
okay,
his.
well,
Money's in a really good spot.
make us
This is
make
the
us not
Sentinels
go
that
C
was
first.
missing a couple of days ago. This was the Sentinels that was missing in the opening match of this tournament.
I don't like
Missing in
Munchkin's
stage
angle
2,
against a bonus.
honestly,
I
even in the
don't think
playoff,
it's a
they
good
barely
angle to
squeaked
play
in.
at all. He shouldn't be going for this either, but
Zelsis gets the quick trade.
you can tell they're a little
securing the
bit
round, getting closer to
maybe
that
nervous
ultimate.
is the
Yeah,
wrong
Zekin
word, but a
wasn't the
bit
one that
on
got that
edge.
showstopper kill.
Because if
But
you were playing correctly, you would
Saucy
save
doing
there,
his due diligence
100%.
with that fade prowler, sniffing out Munchkin.
Why
there's
would
not
you
much
ever
you can do
pick
in a
defense
spot
on
like
this
that
map?
against a
Some things
showstopper
just
and
make
Spectre.
no fucking
No, I
sense.
mean,
Again,
you
this feels like
mentioned
a
it.
coach
You
going,
needed to
"Oh,
be
I've got the
careful. That was
anti
just
strat on them."
That's a brutal one and done
Don't
spot.
worry, guys.
Yeah, and losing the bonus
you
round,
don't.
it could feel so bad. Your economy feels like you can never really get it going. That being said, it's going to be light armors again across the board right now, and a showstopper of his own for Texture.
Find you. Still waiting.
See if he's able to replicate any of that success. Maybe that's the tipping factor here, because you see the buy. It's not great. 2 Stingers and then Sheriffs.
Bring them down.
For Sentinels, again, a slow start. Pretty metered, pretty tempered, if you will. Just kind of
So
waiting
again,
to see
pistol
if
round
Ginger are
strat
gonna
here,
get
where
active, if you're
just
gonna try
Sassy
to
going
take
out
some
towards
space
C
and
with a smoke.
throw something aggressive into the fold, and that's exactly right. You got the paranoia that's out, and they're
They
going
stand, they
to
get
give up some
super
of the
aggro on
main
them, and
space,
they
trade
get
the
out their
paranoia of
omen
their own,
flashes,
but
which is kind of a
managed
win.
to get away unscathed.
Yeah, and the big thing here is that all that C control was already gathered. So there's 5 members here, and the rotations can't make it in time. Sentinels are aware of this.
Well, they've
But
got
they're getting delayed.
You got to be careful here too. There's a brutal crunch. Remember, Texture has his ult. But once again, fully sending out onto C. Saucy will be the first to fall.
Oh,
As
the
Munchkin manages
Stinger
to
good.
find 2 on the round. There's the ult popped as well. Not connecting on anything.
Stinger's
but Munchkin
OP.
continues to farm. 3 on the round now. Oh, I thought he had fired it off already. Zelsis falls on it. It's just John left in a 1v4, and they're
And
weak,
right
but
here, you see
not
the
that
difference.
weak. A
You
thrifty round for
absolutely see the
GENG.
difference in
He
that
may have been in
thrifty
the wrong
of
position in the round
what
previously,
happens
but
when
this time he
Sen
took things
want
into
to
his
go
own hands.
C
He gets
versus
4
when they
into the
are
round.
feel like they are
3 with the
forced to go
Stinger.
C.
Gets the upgrade. That
Right,
allows
like
Texture to go
they
in with that
push out
showstopper
A
and
this
secure the
time,
round
Gen
win.
G,
And what a way
and
to
so
stop
it
the bleeding.
Sen
I
feel
mean,
forced to
winning
go
an
C,
eco round,
and
now
so
all of
Gen
a
G are
sudden,
able to
your
get there
economy
in
is gonna
time.
be
They have
back in the
multiple
game,
players
you're
on the
back in the
site.
mix of things.
Stinger's OP.
Gen G needed this, and they needed it desperately.
And there was never any doubt that a team like Gen G would punch back, right?
Yeah.
They're not the team to roll over. They're not the team to kind of fall in the face of big moments. So you knew it was going to happen. You knew it was inevitable. The question was when. And it just so happens that the stars aligned on the 4th round.
And they're also a team
Are we
that
going
takes a
C
little
again?
bit to get going in series, I noticed. Sometimes, they'll go down, I don't know, 4 or 5 rounds, and then they'll bring it all the way back and even secure out the map if that. But if not, they can reverse sweep at any moment.
Sure.
Ooh, Second takes
Second
a lot of
already
damage.
taking a ton of damage.
So are we going to see them try to retake
Just off of
this
spams,
ace
who
base?
smokes 21
Genji
HP,
perhaps
no armor
expecting them
left.
to, considering they haven't thus far, so they've still got two players
These
here.
teams play at such a high level, both of them. It feels like we're truly
If they would
watching
take the gamble
like
and
just a
thinking that
chess
they're not
match
coming
right
to see
now, just a
again.
battle back and forth in
Yeah, I
their
think
brains.
Munchkin's thinking that.
Sentinels will
They're just
take
gonna
space
throw a
here.
Fate Horn
Gen
over
G
the
will
top
take
and
space
come B.
there. This tit for tat, blow for blow.
Yeah, so that's seen no one, so they're just
The
gonna fully
rotations
leave it.
being in full effect. Look, 3 members facing each other in front B. Both teams have such a good read on how each other play.
The spike is
1 for 1, but
rotating back towards B. Both Paranoias have been traded
they are coming back C.
as of personnel on both sides.
Yeah, and both, yeah, exactly.
With no
Both
Viper
players have
orb
been
here.
traded too.
All of that KJ utility pop towards C. They have a decent idea that that's where the hit is, but with 30 seconds left, there's still a couple of options. But once again, 10's the tip of the spear, TPing forward. A little bit separated.
wins
How in
that?
the world does Meteor win that? Saucy with the swing on the trade. Nicely done.
3v3.
And now with 3v3. As Texture creeping his way forward. The first to fight, the first to find a kill.
It's 1. He knows where Sassy is.
As has been the case,
They knew where
instantly
Sassy
traded
was
right
anyway,
back
I think.
2v2 now. Saucy has his eye. Lakia has no health left. It's Karen alone. He's been good. Head and shoulders above the rest. But can he deliver here? Against John QT? No, he cannot.
The jump.
The leader for Sentinels delivers once more.
The jump is not advised
I
there,
mean,
I
it
don't
was trade
think.
for trade the entire way through. It came down
Okay,
to
that's
a
a big win for
1v1.
Sen. Now,
It's
I
that
think
chess
Gen
match
G
I
still
was
have
talking
money
about.
'cause
This
they
is
won
gonna
an
be
eco,
such
but-
a close series if it continues
Yeah,
onward like
very
this.
back and forth round.
But now it's ultimates available for the side of Sentinels. Here's the replay of the trading on site.
This next one here, we're
So
just getting a
evenly
little
matched,
ahead
it
of
feels like.
ourselves, Lakia.
Pistol round, truly the only difference maker in these rounds in
not
this
with you at all
1v1.
there.
And again, we talked about this when we saw them play against FPX. The big difference was John QT. It felt like, in
But that's
my
some
opinion,
big rounds. They've
right,
won a
when
pistol,
Sentinels
they've
have
won a
been
1v1 now.
John has delivered. That's a big moment for him early on.
Again, I'd like to see Gen G
Getting
do
your IG on the flow
something
state could be a
different.
really big thing, especially early on. If he starts getting the kills, you get more confident in the calling. You start getting better reads.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, they've got him figured out.
And
They
now,
spotted
yeah,
him.
That was a tough
This
one.
is too easy. I mean, it's nice
He was
by
there in the
Sen
previous
again,
round,
like
too.
something is slightly different, but again,
Sentinels
too
have a
easy.
good idea of when a player's playing pushed up like that and they're solo to go through the door, the revolving door. No one has met them there yet.
The look back towards A. Texture getting through the ult. He's got a big timing here. A wide swing and 2 kills
That's
found.
Oh,
Again,
but
heroics from
Lakia again,
Texture.
just way ahead
But
of
the
everyone.
counterpunch comes through at just the right time. Second down low, spotting one, trying to switch to the weaker weaponry and not finding a kill. Now 2v2, the pit invested 10s on the prowl. It's an alarm bot keeping him just a little bit further back. His Meteor
shot
waltzes
from
into his
10.
death, right into the crosshair of the controller.
Oh, nice 10.
Munchkin does the same.
10's too fast in these moments.
Okay, now they're in
More
trouble
than the
again.
angles.
Again, why did you pick defense side?
It's a
I have
tough
no
round to win
idea.
if you're Gen
I
G
have no
Texture.
idea. We're playing on hard
He went
mode.
huge
Our
in that
coach has
moment,
trolled
getting
us.
2, swinging out
We have just
super
actively
wide. Look at
trolled this so hard.
That's such a wide swing.
Dude, and how many times
Again,
have we watched
Lakia
Gen
just
G
needs to
and
chill
seen
out a bit.
Texture
They
do
need to take a
something like
timeout.
that?
They need to-
Munchkin, Meteor, do something where they're getting 2Ks
They need to
and
come up
3Ks
with
in most
something different.
instances where
Is the
somebody
thing.
gets traded
They're just doing the same
instantly.
thing every
But
single
that
round.
just seems to be one
And
of
the
their
one
strengths,
round
one
on
of
the
their
eco where they
strong
did
suits. We're
something
already seeing that,
different, you know, where they actually decided to push out A, you know, and like flash out. That was the round that they won. And every other round, they've just done the exact same thing. Like, guys, you got to do something different. You got to find a proactive plan that knocks them off. Because right now, this is fucking easy. I mean, what the fuck are you doing? Gen G usually pick defense on Lotus though, but again, this team, this whole season, has been way better at their attack than their defense. So what are you doing? You realize there are 2 teams in the server, right? It's not just you against a bunch of bots.
bring in the big moments. For moments. Again, I think the big difference here is that Sentinels have been able to respond and deliver with a couple of their own.
And they're not really getting picked off early either, Doug.
Yeah, I think that's huge. That's part of the 4-round
So
difference
again,
here.
I
on the
mean,
other side of
this
the
by
timeout,
Sen,
what
I
are the
mean, they're
adjustments?
barely
You've got
using
3 ults
anything
on
and
the
just
side
getting
of the
so much
defense.
control. I don't think... Did Gen G
Got 4
realize
now.
that this is happening to
Yeah.
them?
Got A-Orb gathered.
But like they...
Moving a little bit further.
Okay,
Munchkin
we're
clearing
being
out
a
the
bit
turret.
more proactive.
And now the round ripe for reset.
I mean, the approach from Sentinels on this attacking half has been so calculated, so methodical. they clearly do not want to give anything away early on to GENG.
No, remember that's that lurk smoke on C that you mentioned at the beginning of the map, the piss around one, but this one way just sucks to get through.
It's just going to keep on being cycled over and over and over.
They don't like it, but they won't like this either because
I
it's.
think this is going to be an A
the killjoy
recreated or a
turret's
B
gone.
split potentially. That's why you see an alarm bot from Zelsis put all the way in the back of SC. Viper Wall
Not
gets
worried
baited out
about that
on the side of
box. I mean,
Sentinels.
time's running
But
low.
Prowler also out of the mix.
Sand in that hourglass
What are we
continues to tick away. 30 seconds left in the round now as they've invested the lockdown. And now it's going to be traded back for another.
A big investment from GENG.
With still a lot of time left to play in the round, the Prowler just got a little bit of info towards A. Second satchel forward and right into his death.
You don't have
Are
time.
they going to be able to navigate some of this? As Lakia is going to fall in exchange.
Look at the time,
No,
Doug.
time.
They may have burned the candle down just a bit too low. They're trying to get ahead of this, but the reinforcements are already here. Look at Munchkin's positioning. That's the plan. Stop.
So yeah, just be a bit proactive, and this team falls apart. I mean, the difference in calling, they were so lost that round, Sen. I have no idea what they're
Do
doing.
not make any mistakes.
I mean, that
not
what
give
was
a
that
single
round?
inch to
Why are we
Sentinels.
lockdowning B
Holding all
and
that
trying to
airspace.
walk out A with 30
Not taking
seconds
the
left?
bait on that Killjoy ult. And what a counter ult from Meteor. What a call.
What are we
The goal
doing?
you have to make a play like that when you are down.
Like
in
again,
weapon.
when you lock down this on B,
That's the second
they're
50 win
expecting a
already
lurk to come
for the
down
side
here
of
anyway.
GENG. If they
They've
keep
got
this going
nothing
in these
else to
rounds, they
look
can
at.
Bring this one back.
Right? What else can they do? You've put a lockdown there. Like they
This
can't.
time, that cautious approach from
They
Sentinels
might as well watch
works
this
against
because there's
them.
fuck else they
Maybe
can
we're gonna
do.
see a change of pace. Here it is.
Paranoia already out. The one way goes up, but they're already past it at this point.
Okay, he doesn't realize
Lockheed
about
might get
10.
caught right here. He needs to be careful. Oh, that Viper Wall gets up
Okay, the wall saves him.
right on time. Munchkin, good awareness in that moment.
I've seen Texture overheat here before.
All that's happened. Yeah, Texture took this deep angle.
With the op, we haven't seen that yet. Saucy's
Not
aware
this
of it
time.
now. Is he going to be able to get away?
Well,
No,
good trade by
Zelsis chases
Zelsis. I
him
mean,
down.
yeah, that's the thing with being so
Sentinels right
pushed
now, they
up
have
on
no
a
other
raid.
choice. They kind of have to just hold W here. There's still 2 mollies they have to deal with. The showstoppers invested from Zekin. He gets chipped down very low.
He didn't have any satchels.
Yeah.
He couldn't go.
Will be a free site gathered. Spike should be planted unless spam.
I mean, it might be a free sight, but it feels like they're walking right into GENG's trap. Lakia has his ult. Smoke's
They
already
push
going
him. What a
through.
nice
Zekin getting a
idea.
little bit aggressive, getting the best of Meteor, but again, still, that Nightfall in play, and there it is, right on cue tapped. You've got John, who's playing his tight angle, managing to stay alive with the help of the nade.
Munchkin.
Sure, swinging out into Lakia, but not able to convert. He's now left in a 1v3.
Safe.
He's cutting his losses. He's
Okay,
tucking
big
tail.
win
He's
from
getting out
Sen.
of
I
there.
mean,
Yeah, he's got to save. What
Again,
proactivity
that
from
off, I'm
Sentinels in that moment. Tens holding on to that paranoia, shooting it through water.
just too
Zekin
aggressive with the
getting
raise off
aggressive in
here.
that moment.
You're hoping that it's
And
just the killjoy here that
amongst
you
all
kill.
the chaos, when the retake is coming through, when the
Who's good
flood is
by
actually
Zelsis.
happening, Sentinels are peeking together. They're not sitting back waiting for the fight to come to them. They're picking really good opportunities to fight together, and the trades are going their way. Full
Is GG
confidence.
for GENG? No. If they can get 4 and win pistol, they'll be fine. But
Start of the round.
Was. I think on both sides. I mean, yeah, a little bit more aggressive towards A. You mentioned that, but I think.
But they need to
again,
get to
Texture
4,
taking that
probably.
aggressive line towards C with the op.
Thank you for trading me. I love you so much.
But again, they just
That's
trolled
just a
them.
different look, right? We haven't seen that out from them.
Texture back to 2023
Okay, Texture gets
texture
an op
kicking.
again.
Again, the op in the hands of Texture.
Interesting.
3
I
ults
would
to
have thought
play
that would
around,
convince
light
them.
armor for everyone.
And again, Sen are doing a good job of, like, again, let's call it
And I
util
think I gotta go back to
efficiency
what we were
of
thinking and saying a couple of rounds ago. What is that smoke?
like trying to
Very interesting.
fake things out. This has kind of become a new smoke to hide
Even
from
to
the
hide
fade
from
haunt.
aggressive haunt if there was an A fight to
So
be
you
in the
can always
mix.
kind of be out here.
And it was a fake TP going into a B hit, so they're trying to condition very small micro things. You have to do that when you're at this high of a level of play.
Oh,
Zekin was
no.
too far out. Tens was too. Munchkin again, delivering. These are the big moments where
Texture lad,
GENG
you have
has
ult.
their way with the opposition. They're yet to win a gun round, but it seems like they're going to here. Forget the thrifties.
Oh my gosh, he went for more.
Just John QT and Saucy left. I don't know that they really have anywhere to go.
And you know where he is, he
Shot
just
from
prowled.
Munchkin, that was disgusting. He's looking for more.
And remember,
Oh.
Munchkin was the hero in a couple of rounds ago, the first thrifty round that they won. Delivering again.
Saucy might just opt to save. I mean, he's got $350 in the bank. Spike is definitely going to have members on it. Texture with that operator being one of them.
Yeah, I do want to go back to the value that Munchkin has been able to provide for Gen G all year. Right?
Okay, Gen G.
I know I mentioned it a couple
when I
rounds
gun
ago.
round.
Think about these
And felt like they rushed into that one, just a rushed kind of B exec.
Defining instances. It's
Again, that's never really the way.
And it's often like this.
Yeah. From the top, no one looking at him. He puts his Viper walls up at the most opportune times. And then he hits shots like that.
Particularly when we've done a little bit of fake presence on A.
To be IGLing
straight into a
to
B
be the
exec,
forefront of your squad at the same time. That is so hard to do. But he's one of those IGLs who, like you said, he's been doing it all year long. Such a big part of Gen G's success this year. Such a big part of their consistency this year.
Again, the op on C.
Second, the first international. And then winning a championship, the second one in Shanghai.
Again, the doubled up players on A. I think eventually Lucky will start to leave.
Really
See when this door
the
opens.
history of Valorant, but has the potential to get pushed here. Texture once again with the eye.
Just no chat, I will remember each of you bandwagoning shills. If y'all try to support Gang again, just know there is no mercy. Tiger, 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 Nation win.
Oh my goodness.
Sentinels! What a round from Texture! The 4K for Gen G!
Okay, maybe a timeout
That
send.
was
What are we doing?
unbelievable.
We know he has enough.
He's so quick with it. And
They're
now
doing
he's
one
the
ways
at
on
the
A.
top.
He probably doesn't have his up there.
That
would...
last kill, what was that? Was he trying to flick second there? I mean, he ended up killing John, I believe.
The collapse, you know, whatever. You get lucky, but those last two.
Oh my gosh! And that's scary right now if you're SEN. 4 rounds on the defensive
now they're
side
on an
for
eco
Gen
that's
G.
running it
Texture
down
is
C.
Here and ready to play, still sitting on that showstopper. Wow!
And
That
now
helped.
Meteor's joining in on the fun. This is the Gen G that's terrifying. This is the Gen G that wins championships.
And I said
He's
it,
gonna
Doug.
have an op blocking
Gen
them
G
in
are a
here.
team that tends to start off a little bit slow, but when they get warmed up, they're unbelievable.
And yes, this is an eco round, but you know, we talk so much about confidence, we talk so much about momentum and how valuable
Okay,
that
Gen
is in
G.
a game like this.
Got back up to
We've
5.
already seen 2 cataclysmic shifts as far as how momentum has gone.
Yeah, all of a sudden you have Meteor in the mix of things. We've seen Meteor on this map play Killjoy and just decimate.
I said they needed
by
4 and a
himself.
pistol. If they get to 6, then they might not even need the
And a
second
hard
pistol.
read here, perfect spray control. Getting the 3rd on top of it. What a nice flick.
SEN need to
Following the traces
slow it
all
down
the
this
way
last
back.
round. Okay,
Nash
they take a
is
timeout.
Perfect. So before we
But
hit
just
the
for this
last
one
round,
round.
Sentinels will call a timeout of their own to try to slow things down.
This
I
is a
think
good
if
timeout.
you're Sen City here, Dre, you've got to find a way to slow down some of this.
Don't stop
this
Cope Sen
massive
City.
swell of
Remember
momentum
what
that is
happened
going to
last
come
time
up.
these
Yep, for
teams
Gen G,
played
they
on
want to-
Icebox. Eagle, Eagle, Eagle. We still have tons.
Eagle, eagle, eagle. Do I think SEN wins Icebox? Probably not. When was the last time they didn't ban Icebox? Ban Icebox. 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 Ban Breeze. So since the this was in stage 1. So the whole of stage 2 they've been banning Icebox. So they probably haven't
kind of
scrimmed that
cruising
map
all the way to
at
the
all.
playoff stage, but
Maybe they have the last
I guess that's why you play the game.
day or whatever.
Unbelievable stuff from both sides right now. Sentinels were up 5-1.
But
Gen G, they brought it all the way back.
that's gonna be tough when you haven't played a map in so
Viper
long.
lane continues to go the way of Gen G. There's just
Like
not a
what,
lot
it's
that
been-
Sentinels can do to fight back.
Like 3,
That's
4
one way
months.
to do it. Latvia gets taken out, but the showstopper.
It was
What?
short! Nipping at his heels, but not enough to get the kill.
Oh my
He
god.
was gonna die to that.
John QT continues to dance with death, just looking for any sort of moment of respite to reload.
I mean, holy
Now
Rosa,
back
the
to
guy's
strength,
dead.
Continues to hit the spam, no targets found.
Sentinels don't want to let.
Gonna come and retake
come
A.
back into this round with a free
You're
kick.
gonna
That's why
push
they're
B.
creeping up. They're death balling right now.
And remember, Karen has had this aggressive angle. Many of
Munchkin
the
again
defensive rounds that
refusing
they
to use
played, are
Viper's
they
Spit
expecting
ever.
it here?
I mean, he doesn't have anything here. He's
They
dead.
are. I mean, it's so tough. He's ahead of this
He's
Viper
so
wall.
far
Oh
ahead.
my
You're
gosh.
He's always dead
What was
there.
that peek from second, though? Instas, and they're just going to run through the door like they have been this entire time.
Perpendicular walls,
Can you
keeping
get
these
it
two
down?
teams apart.
Can you
As
get a
one
pit
of them
down?
goes down, Munchkin gets ahead of it. Second on the jump spot, they understand
Man,
the
he actually
threat
could
that's
have
on
done.
the other side, and now they decide to wait it out. They're beckoning the fight to come to them. Either you wait out the lockdown, or you fight us.
What are you doing? Oh, you
Gets destroyed, and now Texture not able to hold the line, not able to keep up the resistance. The pit invested, Munchkin trying to trace over. Snaps back onto Munchkin, or onto Sasi, excuse me, but Meteor's left alone.
Hey,
Sentinels
teammates
get
to end it 7-5.
And they needed that one, but is
At
7
the
enough,
post.
Doug, on a map like Lotus that is attack-sided?
I'm tempted to say when it comes to matchup between these two teams, conventional wisdom goes out the window, man.
You might be right.
Like,
it oftentimes comes down to those micro adjustments, pistol rounds even.
I mean, if he
Clutch
knew that they could
plays.
break it, why is he not pitting?
See that peak again from Zekin.
Like,
all
way
of
earlier.
Oh my god.
Tiniest
And
of
like,
glimpses.
on the door.
That's all it
Oh,
took.
John, wait, look.
Who knows?
I don't know what they were looking
it was
at, but-
Probably flashing the bundle or something. I don't know. 7-5, the way of Sentinels. We've got an interview standing by with Rob Moore, the CEO of Sentinels.
Oh,
Standing by
here
right
you go.
now. Take it away.
Hello everyone, it's the halftime interviews with Bella, and I'm joined by Sentinel CEO Mr. Rob Moore. Hi, nice to meet you, Rob.
Thank you so much.
네, 센티널 CEO 럽 모어 씨와의 인터뷰 준비해봤습니다. 이제 서울 방문한 게 오늘 처음인지 좀 어떻게 이번 주 즐기고 계신지 한번 여쭤보겠습니다. Is this your first time in Seoul? How have you been enjoying the city?
This is my first time in Seoul. I think I've already added 5 pounds eating all the great food here.
이 서울 방문은 처음인데 아마 오고 나서 한 2-3kg는 금방 찐 것 같다고 얘기를 하십니다. 오늘 센티널 경기 초반에 화력이 아주 좋습니다. 좀 이렇게 성장을 잘 해봐서 오늘 멋진 경기 보여주고 있는 센티널 팀은 얼마나 좀 자랑스러운지 한번 여쭤보도록 하겠습니다. You must be proud of how the boys are doing. You know, they started off great. So, how proud are you?
You know, it's been an amazing year, and obviously now this is our 4th time playing GENG. I'm a little surprised. It's the first time I've ever been in a match where everyone is rooting for the other team. And nobody's wearing a Sentinels jersey today, except for Tenz's uncle.
이제 올해 센티널의 성적이 너무 좋았고 그리고 이제 젠지랑 벌써 붙은 게 4번째인데 사실 경기장에 와서 센티널을 응원하는 팀보다 젠지의 관객들로 이렇게 가득 찬 건 또 색다르다고 합니다. 그리고 또 센티널을 응원하고 있는 텐즈의 삼촌분 빼고는 없다고 하네요. 이거는 이제 센티널의 번들 구매. A minute for you. 그럼 저희는 로터스로
It says buy the
돌아오겠습니다.
bundle, I think.
Back to Lotus.
You know, for as much as that was lighthearted and you know whatnot and fun to listen to Rob for a second there, I think he makes a really
Oh no, the
good point.
vibes are good. The
Sentinels are in a
2-0
position
is
that they
back. And Cobb
rarely
showing the
find
concept
themselves
of
in.
freedom
And
to
yeah, they
soul.
did at the
Eagle,
beginning of the
eagle,
tournament, but the stakes are
eagle.
notably higher here. This is enemy territory that they're playing in front of when they're often used to looking
Okay,
out
big
to the crowd and
pistol.
seeing a sea of red.
Genji,
It's
2
all
sheriffs
black and
each
gold
side.
now.
And it's been just blow for blow this entire way through. Everybody on both sides performing at
I
the
don't
same
love
amount.
on this map in
You see
particular. I
Texture
don't
second
love
going head to
this.
head, same amount of kills. John and Munchkin, same amount of kills.
Okay, we're going for like a little
It's
trap play here.
poetic.
We're trying to bet. I mean, this is quite a
Roll
nice
for
plan
roll.
by Sam.
It's so
See if it works.
equal.
Honestly, it will work. It will work.
Genji on
This
the
guy
whistle,
is
they're
going to
already
call them
farming
back,
work
and this
in the
time he has a
Lucky's
friend.
hands.
Oh, they're fucked.
Perhaps indicative of what's in store. Oh, a little bit of spam. Texture plucked.
They're fucked. Okay, I think they realize what's going on. Munchkin
You know,
gets
you keep
out.
wondering, and you know, maybe this is kind of the feeling for most fans that are watching, is that I think there are a lot of questions around if and when Sentinels will crumble. When will they kind of fold under the pressure? Will that be the case? Doesn't seem
Okay,
like they're slowing
4v5.
down
Nice
anytime
plan
soon.
by
I will
Sam.
say they are taking a big step back on C this round. Genji have gotten out onto the site. But Sentinels have the numbers advantage. No paranoia to speak of, no smokes, nothing like that. But Tens has a Sheriff and light armor.
Oh, nice shot.
Zekin also has a Sheriff to his name. Oh, but he's going to get taken out right here. The proactivity in the post plant. Munchkin getting 2.
Not able to find safe passage, not able to get across. I cleared out, now without getting a tag. Tens getting the best of Karan, and now Munchkin left alone, a 1v2. Difficult to win, but possible.
Okay, they win both pistols. They should win this
Again,
map.
pistols were elusive to them in their first matchup. That's now 2 for 2.
I mean, it was a nice idea. So they're like baiting them in, right? They know that Munchkin likes to walk down here on his own, and eventually he'll call the team back. So this is a really nice anti-strat for what Gen G do a lot on this map.
2 body shots is all you need. That's why Zekin gets that free kill in the beginning. But look at the shots. Look at the form that Munchkin is in right now. He wants it bad. In that interview,
That's the one. Lakia just needed
Sue had
to win a
with
fight.
Munchkin and Zelsis. Zelsis said, no, these guys are nervous. Munchkin does not look nervous at all. He was shaking his head the entire way through. Yeah, these pistol rounds haven't been going their way, but all it takes is one Thrifty to get them back on the map. And that's why you see this Vandal. Yep, that's why you see the Vandal heavy armor buy from the side of Texture.
Such an abnormal purchase.
You also have a Marshal.
This Judge, though, I mean, do they have a Prowler? They do.
On the attack side of Lotus, no less.
Sentinels are aware now that the Vandal is in full effect. That room of being shot from Texture. So that's why they're playing so cautious. They don't have the gun advantage when you have a Spectre and a Bulldog. Wow, Tether nade.
Just missed him.
Achilles was talking about that on the desk and how it seemed like that needed to be a big part of their success on Lotus, and it hasn't really been much to speak of, to be honest.
And do you still opt to clear out that very, very close corner on Zekin after you use that? I guess somebody could have sneaked in.
This cross is crazy, but Saucy was the backup. He was the reinforcement, so Paranoia is out. It's going to tag up Zekin as well. It's just buying time. Wow! With the nade out, still manages to get one. But Karen on the equalizer. Zelsis now aggressive with the Spectre upgrade in the hands of Munchkin. Can he hold the line?
Eagle,
Finding
the breakfast.
all 3!
Down A.
Meteor's Marshall finally besting him.
30 seconds left.
But he's now left in 1v2, upgrading to a Vandal. No armor. Challenged in the smoke. Challenged in the map.
Okay,
Sentinels
Zelsis
get to 9.
It was a valiant effort from Gen G.
saved them.
Force buy.
Munchkin's trying to wide swing there and have everyone else come in, but he just dies so fast.
That little off angle here in the spray down, he knew he had to do this. If you give them the sight, if they are able to upgrade, all of a sudden your chances of winning are drastically lowered.
Hey, look at him. They ain't laughing now, buddy.
And now their money not great. They really needed him to.
And he stands up on top of it.
He probably needed to just try and plant and run away, honestly. The buy now is not great.
Paranoia out, the spit goes through. Zekin has to take a step back. But with Zelsis intense, fighting over his
I think
shoulder,
everyone got revealed.
it's all
Okay,
safe.
well, maybe they're just cooked.
Annihilated from the
GG.
very beginning of the round.
Okay, that's the game. I mean, Sen
littering
forced
A-main.
into this as well, so
And it's another
that was not a
success for
bonus.
Sen City.
That's just
It
GG.
was so hard to make what was going to happen in that moment. Just util for util, shot for shot.
Everyone got
it was
revealed.
chaos, pandemonium.
Only Gen G are very
Got
good at
killed
that
with
fight.
Outlaw somehow. And it was just the firing squad set up ready here.
And honestly, this was where Gen G did have success.
Bro, I missed
on
my
the
nade and we
previous-
still won.
That was where Gen G had success in the first half. They were the ones who dug their heels and they drew the line in the Sand A main. And now Sentinels are giving them a bit of their own medicine. Zelsis is still with that Outlaw that you mentioned, has his ult to play around.
And just across the board, just very default stuff right now from Sentinels. Understanding they have the gun advantage. They don't want to give any picks. It's reminiscent of how they were approaching their attack sides. Playing very, very standard and safe.
Yeah, just tempered, I guess, a metered approach, if you will.
And maybe that's what the game plan was going into this matchup.
Sure.
Not giving that much away to Gen G, not giving these 1v1 exchanges, not giving the contact
I mean, if Sen
approaches,
somehow lose this
fighting
map from
as a
this
unit,
point,
using utility,
they're fucking. It's over.
maybe that's
Have
the
they
key.
won
Maybe
both
that was the
pistols,
game
both
plan.
bonuses?
The adaptation.
I mean, again, it wasn't really a
time around.
bonus because they just forced it, but
It's a cheeky angle there. Zelsis is holding
If you win
should
both
be able to
pistols,
get
both
away.
bonuses, and lose a map,
Completely overwhelmed.
I mean,
It's going to be an A reclear fight, though. That's why you see Tens out with that paranoia.
Yeah, I think it's just noise that Munchkin is making.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just enough of noise.
they're,
It's just
they're
enough of
buying it though
extraction.
from just Munchkin alone.
Very
so-
nicely done by GENG, but Zells is still holding the line on the other side. That's now 2 bodies found. The swing of the classic will not
my
betray
God.
him. Back-to-back
Has he got
3Ks
another one?
for the Vibe Merchant himself.
Got a
Play
plan.
that to near perfection.
I mean, he
I mean,
really
Munchkin
did.
played it well as well.
And now tethered nade. I mean, yeah, the spike gets planted. Oh, it doesn't even get planted. Oh.
I mean, Tens was still really far away, and
Okay,
time was really short.
if you can't close this out,
that was
Sen,
almost-
then you
that was
deserve to go
almost a
out.
Munchkin clip.
And remember, last time these two teams played on Lotus, it was a mirror matchup. It was Madrid. It was 13-7 for Sentinels. GENG ended up banning that in the finals. Keeping it in this time around, thinking that maybe Sentinels are weaker than what they were, a shell of what they once were. But Sen, if they get confident, they can beat anybody in the
Trace
world.
clears both
That's
these
why they're champions
frauds.
of their own right.
There's some safe pathing out from Texture at the beginning, but Karn was the one who walks away worse for wear. The doors tap, the honk goes up, no target
we're
found,
just unaware,
Saucy's dead.
Oh,
Tens what a play.
he's playing this crazy.
He slipped the net.
Oh my gosh.
The Fox is in the den, and Meteor is dead. They've gotten the spike down, but they've got to realize there's a threat behind him, and it's a
This is
considerable one. The
Valorant.
Paranoia's going to attack both.
Heritage.
Karn's now dead.
Big kill.
I love
43.
Sentinels Wahoo, yeah.
Texture's the only
Let's
one
go
who's still playing
Sen.
backside.
Oh, but
Nice
they're
shots
just
out from
unaware that he was
Munchkin.
actually going to walk out.
Equalizing things at numbers. Elsis with the lockdown. Gonna try to flush him out as Texture's dead.
Texture's lost.
What do they have to go off this? They have to respect this. They have to give up the space.
Needed the Viper's bit here
Nobody on
again.
the spike
Munchkin
yet.
just not using his
Oh,
ult.
he's got the line. He can hold him back from there. Zekken's the first to fall. Munchkin dealing with the aggression.
Maybe they're fine.
Celsius will have to clutch this out on his own. A 1v2, Locky and Munchkin both still have ults to play around. And time's got to be so short.
One enemy remaining.
There's none left. Whew.
It
Hey.
wasn't looking too good for
I
GENG
mean, yeah, that was
in that
a
moment, but they
scrappy
brought it back.
round. Just
Munchkin,
came down
he
again
has
to just
no fear in
GENG.
these
Let's just
moments.
fucking hero
He came
clutch
here ready to play.
last second.
He's the playmaker of their team right now.
And they
Yeah,
used
Texture had
lockdown
that
and
beautiful
Razor
entry,
their sense.
but the impact that Munchkin is getting with some of these frags and trades, it's been crazy. And Lockdown,
They just all lost their
he stepped
fight.
up big in his own right here. Picking the perfect timing to get Zek in there.
Well, it's all off of, yeah, it was all off of Munchkin's position and his timing that you mentioned just a couple of moments ago. He had that line from Broken Door. He was able to drop the spit. And again, the double swing out from them was perfect. So GENG, stay alive, get to 6. An op in the hands of Zekken,
So
and an
deep push
aggressive
from
line
Zekken.
taken with Zelsis close by.
And GENG now have 4 ultimates of their
Yeah,
own
you
to
got
work
4
with.
ults. You gotta-
Meteor, he's creeping up slowly, 3 orbs until he gets his.
I think the question on my mind here is how far up do the rest of Sentinels go here? How far do they dare to challenge? How much
Your
space
Omen has the spike here, so I
they
think if you
venture
fade
towards?
ult this, you can just go off whatever is
All
there.
8 set up on C, but that deep alarm bot, that should be heard from Zelsis, I believe. But they're not reading into it. Last time around we saw Sentinels use that same alarm bot, they ended B.
They're committing to this.
Showstopper committed.
The B site is empty, but they've popped the for 2 ults and the Paranoia out.
Oh, and just open the
Zek
door, I guess.
stole that one away, opening the door himself.
Nah,
Spike
keep you
does
around
go
this,
down,
because
though.
this could
No
still win
ults
the
on the
round.
side of Sentinels.
And that does Meteor falling.
turret's
so that
down.
gives Zelsis this timing.
The smoke keeping them apart. 2 targets found, only 1 claimed. Munchkin, who was so far up
Not
at the
ready
very
for
beginning,
Tens, though.
still playing out towards stairs. Tens besting him. Numbers the way of the defense.
Still have a nade. Both teams have a nade.
And Ob still in the hands of Zekken. A difficult weapon to pull this off with.
He's got to be the one that gets on the spike, allow his teammates with the rifles.
I don't know if he has
to
the tools
stick.
for this.
He's got to hit the shot here.
Yeah, GG.
Aaron's the first to fall. Texture's by himself. Second hits the shot. The defuse comes through. Sentinels get to map
Okay,
point.
nice from Sen. Nice plan. That up
We said
kill
it
on the
against
Killjoy
FPX.
round
Second looked
changing a bit
amazing with
naive
that
from
operator.
GENG.
And he's
Because they
continuing
hadn't
that
got
onward
any
here. He's
control
sitting
on
at 20
C, so
kills.
why are
He
you not
opens
ready
the
for the door opening?
Takes his own peek here. And it's against Meteor.
How are you not ready for that? Like you when you have no
You
control.
mentioned it. That's what allowed the timing for Zelsis to crunch up mid.
Yeah, Zelsis was waiting on that alarm bot the entire way through, hoping that somebody would pick off Meteor, allow him to get that timing, and he second did just that.
Zach!
Yeah, you know what he said.
I don't know if any of you are lip readers out there, but there were strong words of encouragement.
GENG. 6 chances for SEN though. I mean, surely they don't fucking throw this. And they survived the rounds with the ults as well. And Munchkin found a free kill. I mean, if he pushes forward, they probably win. Instead, he comes back. 10's patient. I think Munchkin could have figured that out, honestly. There was no one on B. He kills this one guy. What, does he think 4 people are on C? He could have figured out that 10's was on A. Okay, and they flipped the map with their Killjoy.
We're not done.
Not by any means.
But so far,
It looks
seems
easy
like
as a spectator.
Sentinels are...
But when you fade
managing to
ulted
make
all of
good on
this,
the play
I
that
think
they
he
set
could
out
have
to
figured it out.
Still plenty to be found and
Or at
figured
least
out
thought
here,
that,
though.
like he was
GENG
running.
with 2 ults.
Oh, so much info.
At least to have
gathered
your
from
gun
that
still
fade.
out. You fade ulted this, there's no one there.
You're getting a little bit proactive here. The
You've
Prowler
walked
doesn't
all the
tag,
way
Second
down here.
doesn't either.
Yeah, and Second's gonna have to move now. Get off of that B site.
You fade Prowler in tree,
We
there's
saw
no
them
one
do
there.
this last time around against FPX. He takes a pick front B, goes towards stairs. He has the alarm bot there, throw protection.
And remember, Munchkin was right up on this in the previous round. The turret, the first thing that's cleared, you saw the 2 mollies.
Such cool protocols right now from Sentinels.
3
So many
players here
different
now.
layers to this
But
approach.
again, if they end B here, which it looks like they will.
I mean, they're methodically
You got Viper's
removing
Pit,
all of
Munchkin
the
should
traps
use
and
it
all
here.
of the little
Probably
passive
won't, but
information
you should.
gathering tools that Sentinels have.
Very high level stuff right now. That's a free B site because of all that.
And yeah, it costs him a paranoia, and yeah, it costs him a little bit of time, but
Going for a
they
safe pick.
gladly give that up in exchange for the site.
Viper's Pit invested as well.
Don't
Texture-
get
yeah,
into my
exactly. Texture's gonna play
world.
ahead of it.
Funny when the
It's looking
observers
pretty
change
good right now
POV, you got a
for
different
GENG
voice line.
Sentinels. What kind of retake do they have cooked up?
Careful here on the
Stinger.
crunch. Tens has a paranoia. Karen's going to be the first to fall. The first smoke comes through, the tap of the door, and there's the flash. Is there anything behind it? Texture's the only one who I believe didn't get tagged, and he's still up on the pit, like you mentioned. Concealed in the green goo. The spam comes through. Meteor's dead. How much more can he find? Oh, no. Disaster again for Sentinels as Texture
What?
obliterates
Another
them.
4.
4 found as GENG get to 7.
He always, I mean, they've done
What
that
in
play
the
before
hell
where he
was
just
that
sits
from
in the front of the
Texture?
pit and somehow doesn't
He
get
was
hit.
sitting in that smoke, fearful of his life. He didn't move an inch. He was stone cold. Everybody whizzing past him. Yeah, he didn't move the whole time. He was crouched here. The entire retake. And that last flick on his second, disgusting.
One enemy remains.
Unbelievable play.
Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send on a Nico.
The problem is for GENG, they're going to have to do it again. The deficit that they're facing is so great.
They're just running it in B.
But Valorant can be a silly game at times.
The calling of GENG has been really, really good so far on this
I
attacking
don't love
side.
this round. I don't love
They're
this round
investing
against
heavy into
Nico.
this
Just a
without
fast B round.
real weaponry. Sheriffs and a judge. But they dropped the lockdown. Or excuse me, the Nightfall. Karen up close.
Oh,
the
the
paranoia's
flash,
out.
so good.
Karen's dead. So is Lakia. Texture and Munchkin, the only 2 that are up. The pit's been planted, but the guns are not great on the other side. Texture's gonna have to clutch again.
Oh my god, how the fuck has he done that?
For GENG, as they stay alive.
How the fuck has he done that?
It's ridiculous. And a huge investment
my
from Sentinels
God.
as well. Saucy using his ultimate.
I thought that was just over then. I mean, as I said, I don't think it was a particularly great call.
Another showstopper online. He just had that 2
Nice.
rounds ago.
What?
The momentum is in full effect right now for GENG. They're within 4 rounds of tying this up.
4 rounds though. I mean, you've
Last
got
round is
Viper's
often the
Fit.
hardest. And when you're playing against a team of Genji's caliber, it makes sense.
A lot of Odin spam being done in tree.
But Texture, oh my
he's
gosh,
low.
he's not slowing down.
With ult popped, the tether keeps him back. Zekin's got one of his own. What? But he's gonna have to use it in the next round if we get that
Actually,
far.
he's frying. He's just frying. Okay,
Doug,
probably
I
a
think
timeout
Sentinels
Sen
are
here.
crumbling.
I would
I
have
think they have
thought
to save
they're
you.
gonna save.
Have to.
Yeah.
But even the way these fights are going, it's so one-sided in the way of Gen G. They're
Texture with like
decimating
no
Sentinels in these
HP
last
just
couple
walks
rounds.
out anyway and wins the fight.
Texture just decided to just wake up and go absolutely nuclear.
Gen G with full momentum here. I was a little hesitant to say it in the previous round. Because again, there was a lot, they still were a lot of ults on the side of Sentinels. They're still at 12. There's still a pretty big gap here, but I think we're watching every single brick of that wall fall.
And Doug, this is why Gen G are a championship level team. You can never count
I
them
mean,
out.
they still only need
They
one
never
round.
give
You
up.
still
They're
only
gonna
need
fight
one
till
round.
the very end.
Sen
They're gonna push
likely
you
still
like you've
win
never
this.
been pushed before.
And even if they don't get one round, it's still OT. It's still a 50-50.
And the way they've won these last 3 rounds, Texture, his performance, it's been off the charts. This is such high-level play right now. Oh my goodness, 4 HP.
Texture
and
said
this
no,
kill
I
as
would
well.
win.
I mean, honestly,
Unreal.
that is crazy. To be seized up. I mean, he has no choice, really, because he's dead to the nade if he doesn't. But
And it works. 23 and 14 for the duelist. And it looks like we're due for a clash.
we don't take a
again.
timeout. Oh, we're going to fight A.
This could be a
Okay.
mess.
We have Razor.
I mean, almost everyone is here. Both Paranoia's traded.
Okay, there's your raid boss
Raid
down.
boss falls. And now the ult popped. But it looks like it's a little short. And so both teams refusing to relent on
Okay,
this
no, yeah,
area
they made
of
a
the
bad
map.
choice.
But Zekin,
They didn't realize
to
how many
take us
people were
to
here, I
Icebox.
guess. GG.
and barring a
Texture
miracle for
dies.
Meteor,
It's
that's
over.
exactly where we're headed.
You might
Genji
as well
decided
use it,
to
honestly.
take the
You might as
fight
well use it and get
where
the fight.
Sentinels have
That
succeeded
is your
this
chance to
entire
win.
half, and it was ill-advised. Wow. 13-9.
Well, then
As
again, they
Lotus
just push
goes
you,
to-
but... Okay, Sen, they got it. They probably had to win that map. I mean, I doubt they would have... If they would have lost Lotus, I don't really see how they would have won on Icebox and Haven. That would have been a tall order. But can they win on one of those 2 maps? Yes. Yes. The lose condition, though, for Gen G is definitely there. Because Pump Kia has turned up. How the fuck have you got a higher rating going 4 and 15 than Meteor, who is 12 and 18? Make that make sense. But yeah, this is the lose condition for Gen G. When one of your players just refuses.
VLR rating loves I high cast disc.
Well, either way, when you're dropping double digits ACS, we are in trouble. Like, you can't win a game against like a good team playing 4v5. It's just tough. Okay, map 1 though. Oh, we did get this. Wait, did he? Oh no, he must have just avoided Pi. Otherwise, I think you all would have said it. But okay, that's a win for freedom, for Eagles. God, what if Gen G go out? That would be crazy. And actually now it's like quite likely that Gen G don't make it. That's fucking mental. In Korea, Gen G don't fucking make it through to playoffs. This next map is going to be big for Sen. because obviously they've been banning Icebox, but if their Icebox isn't that bad, then that will help them a lot. If they get fucked on this map, even if they do beat Gen G, I still won't feel great about it. Because that means that their Icebox is no good, their Ascent is no good. And when you've got two maps that like you can only ban one, and if your opponent could pick the other and you know you're gonna lose. If you're starting 1-0 down every series, then that's tough. Right? So they need this. They don't need to win this map, like if they won Haven and went through. As long as they don't get destroyed. If they get destroyed, I'll still, even if they win, I would worry for them. Cross-Zip, thanks for the 6 months. How is Gen G's Icebox? Well, this is what's interesting. I think that SEN probably thought that they wouldn't pick Icebox. If I had to guess, I would bet that SEN thought they're not going to pick Icebox. And we'll take this risk. Because their Icebox is okay, but it's I'm on DRX or something. I saw General Gen G and went to that. They've played it 16 times. They have won 4 of their last 5. But their overall numbers on the map aren't great. You know, 49, 54. It's not like amazing. Strawberry. Blonde. I mean, there's things, jobs, work.
TMV didn't believe in us joiling man's Valorant did. Eagle, USA, 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 Gen G has fallen.
Gen G has fallen. Things that are red. Literal word for word. To operate something, to run it. To work it. Function. Microsoft stuff. Oh wait, what? Microsoft. Oh, Office. Fucking hell. Why did I put Jobs? You know what? I kind of just put Steve Jobs in there for some reason, and it's not even Microsoft. I just thought Steve Jobs for some reason, and my brain just went, "Yep, that's Microsoft." Steve Jobs. Jobs sounds like it could be a Microsoft thing, doesn't it? Microsoft Jobs. What is this? I have no idea. Biopics. Is it biopics or is it biopics? I think people say biopics, but why? Because it's not biopics, is it? It's not two opics. It's biopic. Who says biopics? I think a lot of people do. I think that's the way most people say it. Kaplan interview about map picks? Oh, what did he say?
There was a lot more to it, like Saucy and...
Whoops. We can go on the YouTube one and go back. Hold on. Am I on the...
Like singing the opera.
Yeah, it really wasn't involved.
And then pick Lotus as well. Are you able to give me any insight as to what the game plan was coming into this map picks and bans?
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to start on a map we were comfortable on. So while they have a great Lotus, we're really feeling it lately. It's just been a home ground for us, so we picked that. And then for the Icebox, instead of a SEN, honestly, it's out of respect to them. Like they're really good on both maps, and I think SEN is pretty deep strategically, and it's been a bumpy one for us. We'd rather go to Icebox, where I think it's a simpler, scrappier map. We have a chance to throw them off. They'll probably have prepared to play Ascent, so we'll see how it goes. Planning to win in 3 if we have to, but hopefully we can just close it out here. We've closed it out on Icebox before against them, so.
Fair enough. I agree with him. I think picking Lotus was a risk. I think GENG helped them. I mean, they also won both pistols and both bonuses, so it's like, you know, at that point that they were going to win anyway, unless they just giga through.
Yeah, well, you know what though, Texture was just absolutely on fire in some of these rounds.
Again, if GENG just win one pistol,
moment of the day, this
probably
one,
looking at like OT.
You got Texture, who, you know, look, we're still hoping that Texture gets the ace, but I'll take a collat. I'll take a collat any day of the week.
I mean,
and
you take a collat and you take that flick.
Yeah, that flick was absurd. I mean, he first picks up the collat onto Zelsis and Tens, but then he goes back for more. He's a little hungry. He wants a few more bites of the pie.
Even that's a kind
Finds
of
it
crazy
there on
good shot.
Saucy and looks again, and he figures, you know what? Let me go ahead and disrespect this fool right here. John QT had to take a lap, had to take a seat. That is exactly what.
No, there will be no wedding IRL stream, unfortunately. On to Icebox. I need to leave, so I need to have a shower and eat. Oh fuck! I need to make food. Fuck.
Lot in moments that he typically doesn't. And this is kind of one of the things I was talking about, where sometimes you can pick on Karan when he's anchoring a site solo, and you can make him uncomfortable and get those easy first kills, kind of convert rounds off the back of that.
Yeah. Now, of course, this takes us to Icebox, and if you remember history, Icebox was the map that Sentinels closed out against GENG, but this is GENG's pick. We have not seen Sentinels, you know, play this, and when they did, it wasn't that great. You know, they had a few wins.
But that kind of is the same story for GENG internationally, globally rather, I should say, on Icebox. They're 2-4 across the year, and as Kaplan just mentioned in that interview, this is the map that they were able to close things out. They say, you know what, we haven't ended a series against GENG with this map before, and it was fairly dominant, 13-6. Regionally, GENG has been very, very good on Icebox throughout the entirety of the year, but it's still, they've never really had those big, you know, blow people out of the water type performances on that map.
Yeah, other than like towards the end where they kind of destroyed DRX on it, but that was like towards the end, and like DRX was looking really good for what it's worth. But yeah, okay, so basically similar comps here. It's
really
just the Sova versus the Gecko, right? Your info gathering initiator is going to be the change up. So Sentinel's throwing a little bit of a difference in there. Saucy going back to his Sova, the classic agent he's so well known for, has such impeccable timings on this. So you never know, man. Sentinels look great right now.
No, they really do. And one of the things that my eyes are very much going to, and somebody that we didn't get to really talk about too much, is Lakia. Was not finding that much impact. Was able to put up a couple of assists. His util was there to try to escort players forward or force Sentinels back. But here with this Gecko, I'm looking for big impact from him, not just in the util usage, but also in his
Okay, so they don't play the Gecko.
On the global proved it there in Shanghai. This guy still can shoot, but we were not seeing it on Lotus.
And this is a map where he generally thrives. He's really good in the mid to late round about using his util well and finding
Makes sense.
those
Although I
clutches,
think it, you know, if we're talking about like they want to scrap and stuff, I would have thought maybe the Gecko would be good for them. What side are they on? SEN picked the tax side. That makes sense.
To go to a map 3. Let's send it back over to your casters for this one. It's, of course, Doug and Baby Bay for the call.
Thank you so much, GB. Dre, I think one thing that stood out as we were listening to Kaplan talk was the immense amount of respect that he showed towards GENG. He didn't want to go towards Ascent. He felt like it was a little bit too strategically deep. He wanted to go towards Icebox instead. I think there's a lot that he's showing there. It's like, hey, we know where you're good. We don't want to take you there, bro.
And it also showed in the server of how SEN approached that entire map in the beginning. Right?
Oh no, center on defense.
All the attack, it was the slow, methodical approach.
Now this wall on A,
kills, and the pistol round
I guess on a pistol round, it could mean that they're not going A,
win,
but it almost certainly
rounds,
means that they're coming
That's
A.
2 pistols that SEN won.
Yeah.
That's how evenly matched these teams are, that it comes
Where's
down
your
to
turret?
who can hit these shots right here.
Oh, it's here.
Very
Was the
well,
map
might be a
glitched or something?
different story.
Wow.
A couple of sheriff shots already traded and kills found. Texture slips all the way back. But John QT is trying to do a bit of the same, not able to settle shots on the last kill as GENG manages to get the spike down,
but
manages to
Munchkin's
get
low.
away. Now it's on Sentinels to attempt to retake this. have a little bit of utility to play around. They have the drone, they have the Viper Wall.
Texture's low now
They have a
too.
weakened Texture, a weakened Munchkin. Junkie T's not much better off. Do they have any lineups? Do they have anything like that? No, no spits, nothing to speak of. John's not able to stick around. One volley that they had.
Sassy.
With 2 big ones. Munchkin left alone. Had the knife, drops down, spots 1.
Oh, he's dead.
Saucy on the defuse. Gonna get it to half. Pauses for the fight as Saucy gets 3.
Okay, 3 out of 3 pistols for Sen. It's a good start, and that one probably should not have gone their way. Sassy with a couple Sheriff kills.
Turned up.
And
Those
honestly,
Sheriff shots were so clean.
And honestly, that was a guy we didn't talk about a ton on Lotus. He was relatively quiet. I mean, yeah, we talked a lot about Texture and Munchkin and Zelsis, and for good reason. But this cow was quiet.
Oh my gosh, him and Lakia both.
Yeah.
This roll for roll, these teams are so evenly matched. But it's another pistol the way of Sentinels. Texture, he will get a Stinger purchased for him from one of his teammates and a light armor invested.
Thinwood said payout gang do I do it.
There is threat here.
Thin would say payout GENG.
It's not all safe. Munchkin will fall. I cannot use that. But again, it's Texture who can
And
bite
Thinwood
back.
gets banned if they're wrong.
Oh, good damage done on the 10s and Saucy. Actually might find the timing here, just like he did on Pistol, but second, he's so ready for it.
And if he continues to be able to get the best Texture throughout the entire map, that's a really good sign again, but if it's not Texture, it's Meteor. If it's not Meteor, it's Munchkin. It's gonna have to be Karen this time. Saucy looking for the target. Karen's gonna find him.
I mean, if he wins this, then they're in a good spot.
late
He thinks he's on the flank, but Zelsis is
time
so late.
continues to tick. You've got to have a decent understanding where he might be coming from. The one problem, though, is Karen is 10 HP. He's so weak, Trey.
But all he needs is one headshot. One dink of the Sheriff at the right range. Cannot be too far.
Is he gonna walk all the way B?
Flip the map?
I mean, he's got so much time. Taking the scenic route.
There's not going to be anything to give this away.
Oh, at the perfect range as well, yeah. He got right out of dodge, but now I think Zelsis, he smells
But
something
Zelsis,
as
if
much.
I mean, if we
the
get
problem is he could be
he's just
freezing
out of range,
back
I
in main
think.
right now. There's no way to know where he's headed.
Yeah, the spike will inevitably.
Yeah, he's gonna go back A at like a certain point. He didn't hear the spike either.
Zelsis will understand.
Spike planted.
That Karen's out. He's planted towards B, and now the gunfight begins.
Oh, I
All
don't
of
love
these
this. You
minor
want to get
pieces,
as
all
far
of these
away from
minor
the spike as
movements.
possible, I think.
And here.
Or
Karen's
like
taking a
either
step back.
you push something crazy, or yeah, you
Zelsis
just
continues
play
to push forward.
kind
He
of
has a turret,
normal.
He has an alarm bot. But no
The
real
turret
way
could
to
kill him,
utilize
though.
either of those.
He's got so much to clear as well.
And I think part of the problem is Karen has no idea where Zelsis is coming from either. So it's a guessing game for both, a 50-50. Karen's on the swing, can't hit the
big
shot
from
to 10
Zelsis.
HP. Well, it's what gives it away at the end.
It was close. Sen will probably
Talk
force
about a
this
saving
again.
grace. Zelsis winning that 1v1. Meteor went nuclear.
Can you get
on
your
site,
points back?
Getting 3 kills with that Sheriff.
Unlucky.
Making it extremely costly.
Unlucky. Thinwood has spoken. Don't worry. Thinwood will get banned if
And how does he get this one?
you were correct.
Okay.
And if they lose anyway, then you're just wrong.
This was big from Zelsis.
Doesn't matter how we did it, it's that we did it, baby.
And the truth is, nobody remembers how things play out at the
I
end.
want my points.
Right?
Unlucky.
I mean, to a degree, he's absolutely right.
Look, Thinwood will get banned
It doesn't have to be pretty as long as it works.
for your sacrifice.
Absolutely.
These are the rules that I stated
Now
earlier.
GENG with clear gun advantage. Going into this round, it's another A default. A nice tag from Second. Gets a little too greedy, gets taken out.
Okay,
by
they actually
Rocky.
didn't force this one, Sam.
way
Maybe
too
because
many.
it's defense side, I guess.
So the weapon will sit up in heaven.
Out of charges.
Again, this wall on A really just
GENG
trying
with
to.
no real intentions of the rest of the map. They're all here towards A. Tench trying to get back and stay alive as Locky is pushed so far already.
He's in a deep mix of things right now. Oh, Hunter's Fury invested.
But there are only Sheriffs left. I don't know that it's going to be
Split
enough.
the difference.
There's a lot of players low.
Two
right
Sheriffs,
now.
I mean, they're
They
low.
are, you're right.
Munchkin kind of needs to go big
on
here.
John and Saucy.
Can they settle this? GENG are playing so far up here. Munchkin has a knife too.
Bro, what are you
Oh,
doing?
can't connect.
Texture, 49 HP.
Munchkin's
As
whiffing.
the wall goes down.
They look
John
nervous.
He's segmented off. Texture again found success from this very position.
Picked up
Saucy
a
on
gun.
the
Oh, they're
reposition.
gonna
They've
lose.
gotten it down to 1. Texture's weak. Can he find it? Down to a 1v1, 7 bullets left. Saucy with the Sheriff.
Everyone always goes up top. Saucy wins it. Wow, okay. So yeah, we're gonna lose. Another bonus. A 3v2. I mean, you could tell they were nervous. Munchkin is whiffing mad.
I was wondering why he was
He is
investing
going
the Hunter's
crazy
Fury
with the
such a
whiffs here. I mean, he
disadvantage,
didn't hit a
but they're
single
so
bullet. He
confident.
probably put about 10 in there.
At a level like this, it's those crazy plays that make the
I mean-
difference. Unexpected things that happen. And
Gotta
phenomenal
win this round. You
execution.
cannot lose this round, man.
What great
Bro,
awareness.
I missed the easy one and I hit the hardest one.
Saucy showing up in a way that we haven't seen in a
It's
really
just
long
over,
time
man.
to
It's so
deliver
over.
MasterCard
This game is
Rippy.
so. Thinwood, you are
To get
getting banned.
Sentinels to 3.
I cannot believe you picked Gen
Genji
G.
on this weird hobbled by now. They've got a Vandal
Texture
Guardian.
forces, he's one off.
Light armor.
They like this is what Gen G could not allow to happen. They had to
But
come
Sentinels
out
did
in
to
this
show us
map
it doesn't
and
really
start
matter.
stomping Sen. They had to
size of
make
the gun in
Sen
the
know
fight.
that like you don't have a
Second
chance in
so
this map.
far up, but he's been caught. He's been
That
had.
wasn't great.
He's been found.
But they needed
A
to
life
come out
donate
early and be
here.
like, you don't have a chance. Texture should give the gun to someone
Very
else
risky
now.
play from Zekin there with
Pick
no
up the other
good
gun
support.
and use his
John
knives
didn't
and
have
have
an
3
angle.
guns this
No, he
round.
had no way to help him.
Yeah. That's kind of uncharacteristic from Sentinels with the way they played the last map. They didn't really go for risks like that on the defensive
They don't
side.
have their orb
and
in
they knew
mid
they had a
though.
clear
Why?
advantage. So maybe a little bit too overconfident, a little
So
too
he-
overeager,
so he
but a
sees
lot of
them all.
info gathered from Tens.
Yeah, that little pixel angle. Calling
Did
the
he not
rotate
see them?
back A. Celsius will have a lot on his hands. And that knife tagging means the utility's not going to be a part of the equation for a little bit. But in and out behind the wall, finding lethality and getting away.
Needs to go pick up that second gun.
Even numbers it is.
Haven't
Yeah, they've
planted.
still gotten out towards the site. Spike should be able to go down. I don't know if there's anything
Okay,
that Sentinels
Meteor
have to
has
deny
lockdown.
this. And now the lockdown early.
Yeah, this is going to create chaos for Zelsis, but he's still going for it.
Seems like he's just going to try to get a parting gift, even if he gets detained. He's
he
got
just
help.
gets detained.
The problem is, what he doesn't have a ton of his
What are
time.
we doing?
Meteor's down.
And we don't know how to
Crispy shot out
shoot
from Tens,
darts.
and now
Holy shit.
The rest of the defense starting to creep their way forward.
They
The
look
flash
so
over the wall.
rough here, Gen G.
Gen G giving so much respect and giving so much space here. Again, all of the post-plant utility
playing
gone. 2
super
Vandals in the
passive.
hands of Gen G. Lakia 1 away from having Thrash online. They're waiting for the swing, and there it is. Lakia down. Celsius will
So
get it to half.
easy, man.
Munchkin's
It's
by
so
himself.
easy.
Can he
It's so
stop
passive.
it? No. Sen City gets a 4.
So bad.
These
They're
retakes
playing
from
so
Sentinels
bad.
are so good on A site
I
so
mean,
far.
what is that? You're in a
Complete control
3v4.
and patience.
You're in a
the approach.
3v4 because one of your
And then they're
players just
fighting
decided
together.
to fucking
I mean,
giga
it was a
troll looking
firing
for a
squad
guy
that
who's
everybody in
detained
that post
because he
had
wants
to
his
deal
little
with.
free kill stats. What the fuck are you doing?
taken a little bit
What
more
the
of a
fuck are
step
you doing
out.
in a 3v4?
That spray would have connected,
Holy
but
fuck.
It just wasn't quite there. And Zelsis, what a big impact kill. A lone warrior.
What are
on
we
site,
doing?
Dipping out, making it even numbers.
Take a timeout! Your team is panicking. They do not know what to do. How have you not taken a timeout?
That belong space. And then the knife, too, confirming where Zekin
You
is.
all called me a madman. The 2-0 is on God. I love America.
Gecko.
God, I love freedom. The lights are too bright. USA, USA, Eagle,
Yeah, but I
Eagle,
don't think they
Eagle.
wanted that. I think they wanted to find where Zekin was and then hit the other side of the map. The problem is that may be part
I mean,
of Sentinel's
Texture, bro,
plan.
you better
They've got
save
so
them
much more
because
utility out towards A,
this
but
is
it's
a
all been
team that
cleared.
is
It's all been recalled back.
Early ban.
Texture finding high ground, but not finding a kill.
early ban.
And so they've gotten out onto A. They should be able
If
to
Sen
get the
gets
spike
a
down.
Well, we'll see. We'll
Thought
see.
it might
This is
go
a
over
bit
to
too
Karen
early.
because he was one away from the pit, but it's Munchkin.
Bro,
Who
I
sinks
mean,
the
this
spike
one at
into the
least you're in a
flow of the site.
5v4 and they have an op, but
Knife out. Understanding there is a little bit of presence. Elsis further up, but the rest of
do
Sentinels
they know
not
what
far
map they're
behind
on?
him.
They think this is Sunset or something?
Again, these post plants that you mentioned, they've been so effective for Sentinels, but they're at a numbers disadvantage here. Can they convert again?
Sen about to make a name for themselves here.
That's such an aggressive lockdown. They've got to fight it. I don't think they can hold this back. Chunk UT has already gotten it to half. Tens pushing forward. Just the threat. Just the distraction. Getting the kill too. Lockie and Karen left alone. And it's another round the way of Sentinels.
It's way too easy. It's way too easy. You can't
The
play this
retakes
passive
of
against the
Sentinels.
team and think you're going to win.
Need I say
It's
more?
so easy.
It's too good. That's 5
It's way
defuses,
too easy.
5 spikes being planted for Gen G and no conversion.
Thank God I was supporting Sen here. Don't go by my
They're trying to swing
pickings.
together.
I mean, what are they doing? You can't play the same post plan over and over and over again and expect different results, man.
I try to use reverse psychology.
I mean, look
to
at Kaplan.
manifest
Look at
Gen
Kaplan's
G
reaction.
winning,
He
but
is
I may
laughing
have
at
screwed
them
up.
because he's like, "What?" He knows what the fuck are they doing? And this is what they could not let happen. They could not let SEN believe that they had a chance on this map. If Gen G just
USA,
even,
USA,
if they
USA,
got to
USA. Remember when
3-2
people
up
were saying America's on fraud watch?
after SEN win the pistol, if they just got to 3-2 up, they would have been fine. But I mean, what are they doing? Why are they just playing the most passive post plant in the fucking world? I mean, don't get me wrong, like, it's good by SEN to like realize what they're doing, but
Early ban if we get to 9-3 or worse.
yeah, ban them if we get to 9-3 or worse. I just don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. You can't just play the same post plant back here all the
MTV
time.
will let you know when KRU beat FNC.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Again, I don't think that will happen, but maybe we will. Bro, there are 2 sites to this map as well. And when you do
Bro,
this
is the
wall, it
lucky
tells
of
them you're going
Valorant
to
the
this
general
one.
is quiet. Earlier game was Pearl Harbor, this is World War II. USA, USA, Eagle, Eagle, Eagle.
Again, heavy presence towards A. Karen has his ult. Munchkin
Just
2 away
A,
from
but I
his.
mean, wait, if you're SEN, like, okay, they have a Viper Spit this time, so maybe that'll be a bit
They
different.
understand
But
that they've been getting the spike planted, like I said.
Yeah.
But this time, a change of pace, though. It's a flood. Oh my gosh, they're not ready for it, Doug.
Dan's ahead of the
if
play.
you want to plant up here, you don't even have to be up
He
there.
really might be brain off, but it seems
You have
to
to
be
Viper
working.
Spit this. You have to plant and Viper Spit.
I mean,
well,
they're
you
just
can't
continuing
Viper
to
Spit
crumble.
now.
It's
You
just
just go
Texture and
spam.
Munchkin left.
This game is
You were
over, man.
just talking about how this has been successful.
Why are
for
we
them.
running up A after a
If you think
timeout
about
when
the
we've only
equation
gone
for
A?
Gen G, this part has been fine. They've been
Why
able
are
to
we
get into
running
post-plant
it?
positions, but they
It
lose
makes no
the
sense.
post-plants.
Surely
This
we
time,
walk. If we're
all
like
of
going
the
A is fine,
resistance
but we
was
can't
met
run
ahead
it
of
up
that.
here.
It's not over yet, though. The wraparound from Texture, he's got 3 to the round.
He's going to have to win a B2, though. The ever-elusive Ace will have to deliver here if he wants to get Gen G on the board. He's getting it down to 1, and there it is! An Ace at the best
Well, I said Texture would need to save them, and he did. I don't know what Zekken is doing.
And he's the guy you want stepping up in moments like this. The runner, the forefront. He's been getting entries all map long.
Zekken, just have a bit of patience.
But an ace from your star duelist, that can be what turns the tide. All of a sudden, the team has energy and life in them.
Like, if that guy's got an op
can
and
you
you're like,
string
oh,
more
you can
rounds
op so
together?
he can
'Cause
only
you
hold, well
absolutely
then
have to.
fucking pick up a gun. Like, there are guns about. Like,
Let's
make
have a
that
bit
your
of a
first
different look for
objective.
as much as they've been slamming their heads into the wall of A. A little bit more noise B here.
Okay, they pushed the op up on A this time. The wall is finally on B.
Far up,
Will
inserted.
Texture about to make a name for himself here.
Adaptation made. He was upping B the last 3 rounds. This time he wants in the mix. He wants in the action. He wants to take out Texture, who just got that ace. But he's going to have to deal with a lot here, and it looks like Gen G have a...
He's had a hot
notion,
hand. But he's going to get flashed off
Texture
his
broke the
first
curse.
line.
It's over
Holding
for
the
everyone.
next, almost landing the shot. Sassy understanding Texture so far up already. Zekken switches to the classic, tries to get away, and Texture hunts him down! 2 kills found!
Starting to feel it. I mean, no one else can play for
Kenzo
Gen G,
trying
which
to
is a
punch
small
back,
saving
cracks
grace for
the
SEN.
out. Can he wield it the same way?
Somehow their money isn't that good.
This
Like,
one's just too hard.
honestly, you
Surely, with the Viper's Pit invested,
probably have.
one player
I
tries
don't
to
know.
save
Do you
the
save
operator,
this?
but
I mean, you got
they
an
have a
op?
lot of time to
Probably
work
should.
with. Maybe Spam can get you a pick.
And they've got money.
Him not
little
panicking.
bit of a chip
Him
damage
just
right
having
there.
a heart attack every round and recovering. Also, Gang will win. South Korea, South Korea, South Korea, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Gen G will get their second, and again, it wasn't an ace, but it was Texture setting the pace.
He's so explosive in these moments.
And in a lot of ways, Dre, this feels really reminiscent to what we saw in Lotus. Was the score not 5-1 before things turned?
Why is Trace unironically looking like the best Tamat champs right now?
The same
Funny, isn't it?
forecast.
Well, because
This is
Lev
where
chose
Genji
to play them
really
on a
put
scent
things
for some
together.
reason.
And it seems like they're doing it again.
I mean, he dashed onto second after second, whipped that off shot. He just ran him down. And then this time around, the Viper's Pit made it easy to isolate fights. Saw Zelsis
Archie
dropping there.
Gupta, what did you say? $2.
Texture has his second round of jet knives.
11 and 5 from the start.
Genji shouldn't pick Icebox against Sen, lol.
What a performance.
Thing is, again, if they just came out and...
But the job's not finished.
I mean, they got to win a pistol. They have to win the second pistol, otherwise they are in trouble. They've lost every pistol and every bonus so far.
But it will be matched by a turret.
Remember, they've been throwing the Smolly over the top two to clear it. I'm surprised they didn't try that here. It doesn't
they got
matter.
there
Zelsis is
quick.
dead.
Yeah, everyone
Sassy
is
wanted
isolated.
to
There's
ult, but
3
he
members
can't.
of Sentinels towards B. This is a perfect call from GENG.
Yeah, you got to be careful here, though. These gunfights are hard to win.
Meteor get
A
out.
little bit of damage was dealt, yes. But you still
Oh,
have
he's
some
got out.
presence
Well
in
played.
Meteor. Beautifully escapes. He tries to get away. John QT has to clear this.
Well played,
And there was
Meteor.
no safe space. That's a gorgeous call from GENG.
That was unreal. What a beautiful, beautiful set play. The walk through mid.
I mean, at this point,
They have
he's
to
kind of
save
hunting,
again?
I guess, but...
Yeah. Momentum
Gotta
now
save
the
the up
way of
again.
GENG.
Maybe a
At
timeout
what
Sen
point
now?
do Sentinels call their own timeout.
Yeah.
It's got to be soon.
Thinwood might live, yeah.
Goodness.
Spike will go off. GENG will get to 3. And again, I think it's a lot of the dynamic rounds that we've seen from the attack on the other side of Texture's ace have been splendid.
Yep. And now if you're Sentinels, you're worried about mid for the rest of the game. Is another split going to happen when they're doing their A default in the beginning? It opens up the map for the attacking side. And you're able to be rent-free in the mind of Sentinels.
Yeah, and I realize now is Sentinels will call a timeout. Give us a moment to discuss things.
Okay, Sen, take a
I was
timeout.
questioning in the moment. They've been dropping that molly to clear out the turret. You clear out that turret, and then
I'm gonna have to
surprise is
leave
cleared
after this
away,
map,
right?
man.
They
What?
tucked in the smoke. That was
If
such a
Genji,
beautiful
well, if
call.
Sen win,
Very
then it's
high
okay.
IQ
But if
play.
Genji win,
You're 100% right. If that turret gets broken early,
should we ban the guy that said early ban if Genji wins? No. I'm with them. I agree. It looks like Thinwood will survive the early ban. But am I cheering for Sen? Well, in a way, yes, I am, because again, if Sen win, then I can leave happy knowing the result. If Sen don't win, then I'm gonna have to get ready for a wedding, and I'll just have to have it on like in the background, and I'll just be watching this. I'll still be watching it. Don't worry. Well, I will have to drive at some point. I'll have to leave at some point, but hopefully I'll get the gist of who's winning.
MTV, how many subs to skip the wedding?
It would have to be a ridiculous amount of subs. How could I justify that to my girlfriend of missing this wedding that she's been stressing about for weeks?
and they're just one step away.
It would have to be a lot.
Crested the mountain, or close
I
to
think
it.
there is
Almost
a
at the
number,
summit.
right? You could definitely justify it at some number. You know, if someone gave you like, here's 10 grand to not go to this wedding, I mean, you'd be like, well,
Rent-free.
look,
Absolutely rent-free.
Second holding beeline with
what
the
can you
op.
do? Again, this wall on A,
Genji
they're
much
finished. They're
slower
ending A. Like, you just
approach
have
to
the
this
op here.
round.
You can force
And
that.
this is
Yeah, you can
Munchkin's
force like
highlight
this.
of IGLing. His changes of pace. I mean, the pace in the first 5 rounds, it was A hit, A hit, A hit, A hit, A hit. Now a very, very slow approach. But there's 4 members of SEN
I ain't
here,
in
and
trouble.
that Viper's Pit is invested as well. You kind of have
Tell
to
me the
flip side
number
this moment.
The
TMV.
number is too big for it. Just don't even bother. It's not worth your time.
They're not committing to this.
Oh,
they are now. That's gonna flush out
You
the pit,
just destroy it. You just destroy it.
or at least attempt to. Meanwhile, that dart tagging a couple of people. A really good idea of
Okay,
what's
that was
waiting
actually a
on
bit
the
of a
other side.
mistake.
30
They didn't
seconds
even
left.
need
The
to.
spike's still
The
not
KO
down.
nade would have destroyed it.
They realize that, I mean, the vast majority of the defenses are here. If they decide that they're going to go up any bit further, it's going to be with a fight.
They got the spike down.
Enjoy the wedding,
Texture's
MTV.
still alive.
We'll let you know when KIU wins.
Still fragging.
I don't
so
think
far
Crew
back,
will
you're
win.
absolutely right.
I really
Rocky
don't
is
think
tucked.
Crew will win.
Just waiting on the other side of the pit, waiting for his moment to strike. What is that? John finds him.
Okay, 3v3.
That was
And
the
it's in their
trap the
pit.
entire time. They still have this pit up. They're still going to have to find a way around it.
Oh, that was
Zels is
not
falling.
great.
Second, 2. Can John 1v3? I don't know if there's enough time for this anyway. The tap, the spam, the 4th round for GENG.
GENG 4 in a row. Oh no,
That is
Sen.
an
No,
unbelievable
no,
round to win
Sen.
for GENG. Sentinels did.
Right, what
so
can
many
I need
things
to have a
make it
shower. I
hard on
can't
GENG to
shower
win
on
that
stream
round.
as much as some of you may want that.
They pre-fired the Viper's pit. Everything was leading the way of Sentinels, delaying that spike being planted. But Lakia, he may be sitting at 1 kill, but sneaking through there, getting the spike planted with Wingman was everything. Taking all that space back sight. It gives his team
Say the number for fun. I don't know what the number would be. It would have to be a lot.
No one was there.
It's not worth
And
it.
it's
It's
such
not
a risky
happening.
play, but you got to make those in times like this.
But obviously, like everyone has a number, right? Like if I said to you, like, oh,
And
here's
look,
a
it's been
million,
A, so
here's $1
many
million
rounds for
to
GENG.
not
Now they
do
throw a
something.
B
Like,
hit in.
yeah, you'd probably take the $1 million,
From the
and
defense,
everyone would
already
probably be
clearing
like,
out
yeah,
that
that's
K.
a
They've
fair
got a lot
point.
of space too. The alarm bot's going to give the position away. They've got to understand that the timing window to hit B is now. Texture's already dashed back sight. Kara not far off.
What?
And it's traded 1 for 1.
What? How
A
did-
fadeaway Molly finding value for Zelsis. But Lakia is still there.
Yeah, and so much space gathered as well on this A site.
I mean, they were just so decisive
I mean,
on
Pump
the hit.
here.
But Texture down, Lakia swinging backside, only finding 1.
And
But a
Texture
valuable
dies as
one
well.
at that.
Okay, Meteor saves them
Now
again.
2v2.
2v2.
Hens and Saucy. Saucy, who was heroic in
probably
these
pick
first
up a
couple
gun.
rounds, but has since gone quiet. Looking to deliver again against Munchkin and Meteor.
He's in such a good spot right now. He might get double swung though.
There's no way anybody clears this, not in a position like that. Beautiful positioning for Meteor.
What is he
Saucy
doing?
tapping, down to 1, 6 bullets left. Munchkin's Molly's gonna buy some time, and that might be all he needs. As the clock continues to tick away, the spike continues to go off. It will expire.
Okay, 5-5.
GENG is
Vincent
tied
would
us up
starting
at
to believe.
Unreal.
What was it that Zelsis said? Doesn't matter how you win, we won it. And their economy is flourishing, so they're chilling with that win. What a great timing to go B though. Identifying that Sentinels have a bad economy, they finally broke it. They finally reached that summit, like you said. And they take fights, these long-range fights, towards B. They didn't expect the likes of the Vandal of Zekin in the beginning, and it being picked up from Tens as well. But it makes a lot of sense, this approach
B
from
hit.
GENG.
Sentinels have bought into this again. Light armor and 5 rifles. The Thrash clears so much space.
They're able to pick that one up as well.
Yeah, but the defense is starting to attempt to bolster this site.
Did they see him? No.
No targets found. The spit out first.
Oh, they tried to double swing and
being down
Zelsis
is a big
diffs
one.
them.
Saucy
Okay, here we
also
go.
striking.
You can't lose this one.
And they've
I
thrown
mean,
GENG
KO ult
into disarray.
5v3.
The three
This
remaining
is
members
hard to
have
lose.
take a step back towards loss. Tens on
MTV
the
who
swing.
streamed, do you recommend if this goes to map
Threat.
3?
It's a tap. It's a bait.
I don't know. Whoever you want.
They've got to do something to try to dissuade and try to distract some of what Sentinels are trying to do here. But they've been pushed so far back. GENG cannot
Okay, there you
find
go.
an opening.
There you
They
go.
cannot find a way in.
You know this last round they're going A.
Sentinels
You know
punch
they're
back.
going A.
The B retake is something we haven't seen yet from Sentinels in this half. And they look damn good at it, just like they did today.
I mean, we sung the praises of the
That
retake
snake bite
so
won them the round
much.
because it meant that
I'm not
Texture and
really
Karen had to
surprised.
swing Zelsis, and
And
Zelsis
if you
only
look at
got a
the
kill and
timeline,
didn't
it's
die.
only been retake wins from Sentinels.
Yeah.
Spike diffuses across
Like
the
that.
board. And it's because they're not giving those long-range fights right away. They're waiting for teammates to
Let's
group
get 7,
up,
let's get 7.
waiting for GENG to fight. And Sentinels, they're wishing for a 7th round.
How many
here.
subs to stream the FNC
Two
game on the
big
wedding with
ultimates
just your
online for
face
them.
as a reaction?
Lockdown,
No sound.
Hunter's
I don't even know
Fury.
how to do that.
To close out the first half of Icebox, Texture popped his blades.
And right now, GENG, all signs leading towards another B default. But Sen aren't buying it. They hear that jet smoke. Second, he's been kind of quiet since
Twitch Mobile, my
last
man.
map.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They
that would
just
that
set
would
Munchkin
require
up
me
to go
using
for the
Twitch
orb. He
Mobile.
would have his ult online for this round.
Take flight.
Ults don't matter when you have the KO ult.
I mean, you know they're going A. This is a bad by Munchkin.
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the game. It's an FPS
That
game.
might be a free kill. It's just so
Vamos,
tough to
Sen.
land that on the Jets. But he finds Lakia.
Kia not having a good day.
There's still a lot of threat from the attack here, though. They're not out of the woodworks yet. Oh, Meteor swinging into his death. I thought he had the timing on him.
Okay,
but
7-5.
Munchkin cannot do it on his
Poor
own.
call by Munchkin. Too
Second
obvious.
half
Don't know why the wall's
Sentinels
on A.
get 7.
Bad.
Not taking the bait, holding the ground at A that entire round, and taking the fight to GENG this time. What a change of pace.
We
at
need
the
a
very
pistol,
last round of the
GENG.
half.
But again, the exact same story that we saw on Lotus. It was Sentinels until it was GENG, and then it was 7-5 to take us to halftime. We'll see how Icebox closes out.
Is the exact same. Again, we're playing 4v5, which doesn't help. What is Lakia now? Anyone know what Lakia's stats are? Oh, excellent, Matthew X. Thanks for the 11 months. Okay. I mean, Gen D need a pistol. They lose pistol and bonus again. I mean, it's just over. Like, they need a pistol.
Can you make a reaction video on the FNC game?
Tell you what. What do you mean a reaction video? Like just like an actual video that I do later? Because what if Fnatic just win 2-0 and it's like 13-7, 13-8, and it's like nothing really remarkable happened? Or do you mean, or do you want? I thought you meant just like record my face. Because like I could with my phone just like take quick videos whilst at the wedding, and then I could do it as like a members only thing of me like just looking at the score at different points and be like, ooh, the score's this for Fnatic, ooh.
And not only making the playoffs, but probably being a favorite going into playoffs as well. Both these teams champions of their own right this year. Sentinels, Madrid winners, GENG, Shanghai winners.
Ask the groom's opinion on crew.
I will.
Only two teams to have tasted international
Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll say to everyone, what do you think of Fnatic beating Crew? Or do you think Crew can upset Fnatic?
It's poetic.
Sentinels have the lead, but we know GENG. They do not go down without a fight.
Doug, GENG
Lakia 2-9.
need a
God, he's
pistol
having an
round win in this
all-time
series.
stinker.
It might be just what takes them over the edge. And what an entry
Wow.
from Texture.
What a
Yeah,
beautiful
just set
setup.
that
The
guy up.
flash, the dart, everything was there, and Celsius is dead.
He's going for more.
Make an after and pre-game interview on the wedding.
Deciding if they still want to try to hit this site with Zekin up close, Munchkin getting the best of 10s, but Texture only
that's a
finding
win
another.
for Texture. Like that was the round.
weak,
Like if
though.
Texture wins that, that's the round.
22 HP on Zekin. Meteor and Karan
They're gonna flip the map.
still remain for GENG. There's a lot of time left in this round. They can slow things down. They can quietly instill all, well, that
Oh.
wasn't quiet. Instill all the doubt into the minds of
They hear them?
GENG.
Are they gonna go and flank them?
And look at how their approach is so similar from both sides. Just group
I mean, you
up,
could put
play
turret here and
together,
just
push
leave.
together.
Not even really interested in the orb. They want to find the
They're gonna
timing.
go
They want to
flank.
capitalize on it. Attempting to clear out any utility that might have been there, and there is none because Meteor went for Sheriff.
And,
armor.
and that dart will be seen on the mini.
Why do members get so much frown?
They're able to get a little bit more ahead.
Well, it would be. I'd put it in
Remember,
the Sunfish
second sitting
channel on
low.
the Discord.
Yeah, Sasi's got to be careful here. He's the healthy one. He finds his one.
Massive, and he knows that they're probably
But
coming
can
together.
the rookie
Enjoy the
deliver
wedding
for GENG?
TMV. Hope you'll farm those meals at the wedding and merge them into a big
Betraying
feast
him
for you and
twice.
Molio
Saw
7.
him. I think Saucy also saw him. Second turned instantly around.
No time.
Trying to
Another
accelerate here
pistol.
in
Wow.
1v2. Again, both targets weak. A stiff breeze will drop him, but that's now 4
And it came
pistols
down
in a row.
to Texture
The wave
not winning that fight against Zekin.
And
He
last
was.
time around, Doug, Saucy
It was a bit
on
of
the
a messy
get-go.
fight.
This time, he's on Sova. He's known for it. And he looks so comfortable.
I don't like the way
He's
Genji played
14
that.
and
I think
7,
coming
and
on
his
the flank
pistol
there
round impact has been impeccable.
it is not the way.
That trade, by the way, of Zekin onto Texture was unbelievable. That was
I just
so
don't.
much
And not
impact
because
right
it didn't work. I just think that it's not
Zekin was sitting
likely
at
to
one
work.
shot. To connect a headshot in a moment like
Because
that,
if
when
they
you're doing a
have
180,
like realized that you're not there and they push like somewhere else, then you're in a
To
lot
go
of
from
trouble.
winning one pistol to winning all 4. I mean, what
But
a
that, they should
drastic
just be
change.
looking this way anyway until you tap the spike.
Second's gonna get goop, Texture's gonna get aggressive, but it's a Guardian shoved down his throat. The gun difference here for Sentinel, so nice. There's really no way for Genji to put up a resistance. They don't have the weaponry. They don't have the health. They don't have the personnel.
Spike planted.
Karen's gonna get his one, but again,
Finwood's sweating
Second
again. Okay, they
closes
can't
around
lose
the
this one.
Sentinels get
They
denied.
can't lose this one. 4 pistols.
very decisive anti-eco from Sen. Just
4
full sending
pistols.
an A. It was a great flash from Lakia. But Zekin dropping
And
the
yeah.
smoke on himself.
Pumpkia,
Everybody else
what was he in the
supporting
first
Casa
map?
Sentinels just spamming away.
He had
understanding that
76
there's only one way
ACS.
Zekin dies in that moment.
In the first
And it's
map, he
Texture
was
walking into that
4 and
smoke.
15. He's now 2
It's
and
a pretty
11.
healthy buy right now from
So he's
Sen. They
combined
didn't drop any
6
rifles or any specters that they
and
bought
what?
into the round.
20. 26. Fucking 6
it will
and
be the
26.
first full buy for Gen G.
He's on double pie
AC
watch.
take across the middle of the map.
Like not together, but he's on for
Every
6.
single
28.
with crosshairs trained there too. Look at that, a 1-for-1.
I mean,
Celsius
that's
takes a
hard
step
to do.
back. You see the pings on the minimap. He's spotted here.
Oh.
This is a dangerous fight.
4 members taking a
Oh,
fight
no, he
against
got a kill.
Celsius. That's full information relayed.
Texture so weak. But he somehow stays alive and somehow cleans up 10s before he even hits the ground.
Oh, it's a 2v3. I mean, it's winnable. This is what happened in the first round when they fucking trolled. This guy's gonna die.
He's been so successful here. And on the
They've done it
international
again.
stage
It's over. Thinwood, you're getting banned. You are getting banned, my
across the
friend.
finish line.
It has happened again. They
Media's locked in a
absolutely
1v2
giga
and
trolled a
Saucy gets
2v3
another.
again.
Sentinels get
Oh
to
my
10.
god. Oh my god.
Saucy has
Oh
been
my
lights
god,
out this
Genji
entire
out.
map.
It is
We keep
over.
praising his name.
4 pistols,
17 and
4
7 is
bonuses.
absurd. And he almost has another Hunter's Fury. He did that all with a Bulldog. Texture,
And
he just couldn't
another
settle those
giga
shots.
troll. Why are you there? Why are you there? Why are you swinging out on your own? Why? 3v2. Must win round.
Smirk in the wink. The guy knows
Have
what he's doing.
any level of chill.
3 in a row
Any
for
level of chill and you win.
bonus converted. Genji, remember they found success in this
USA,
exact same
USA,
play, but this time
USA,
cautious now.
USA, America's is the
56
best region in the world. We are never
He's
on
got a
fraud
rifle.
watch. Eagle,
One of only
eagle.
2 that are standing up as Lakia gets aggressive, finds his one.
The positioning.
They're dealing a lot of damage here, but as soon as there's a window for Genji, Sentinels slam it.
The James with the
Can you
prime.
please
Thank
show
you.
it on stream when you ban Finwood? Also, for how long will he get banned?
Can he be
Oh, he's done.
Can
What do you
he be
mean?
magic?
He's done. He cost those people their points. He's
but
done.
neither of them claimed. Zekin
He
gets 3,
cost some
Sentinels
good,
get 11.
hard-working Americans their
And the
well-earned thoughts.
My god, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
He's
For
gone.
fuck's sake, Barrel Lucky
Never
take
to be
you
back.
at home, man. I'm pissed AF him losing hope real quick.
It's been so quick. It's like they implemented Genji's own game plan of their attack onto them.
Forget about fraud. Just wait, Trace will win champs and chat will win too.
Look, if I'm all for Trace winning champs. I cannot wait for Trace to win champs.
When center on point, when they're dialed in.
Can't wait for the next farm merge update where I confuse Pumpkin.
Different look early on. Sentinels again with a lean towards A. Texture has an op this time, and that's exactly where they're headed. That tag is going to get 2.
GG.
Munchkin gets his 1, though.
I've seen this game on Icebox before. Lakia, stop getting kills, bro. My narrative. My narrative, Pumpkin.
And it's Meteor
Oh,
who
no.
wins it out. Can Texture claw them back into this? It's Celsius left alone, a 1v3.
Fuck was
Lakia's weak, yes.
What
So
was
is Celsius.
Sen's doing?
And he's outnumbered here. Meteor gets the 3s, Genji gets 6.
It was a crazy ult. from Saucy in the
I think they were all just
getting him
flashed.
to
But
lap tag.
I thought he was going to get two.
I think
This is fine. Gang had to fumble at some point. It just happened to be now. We had a good season in fine with life if we lose. With all the rage in reaching Nirvana.
I think it was a barrel. It might have just been the effects of the gun.
I think he teamed. I think he flashed himself. Maybe not. Maybe it was the Gecko flash.
Screens.
I think that's the question now.
Oh,
right?
that was
Who's going to step up for Gen G?
Who was the hell? Sen's bot armor is back. They win
Round
champs
is
now.
Meteor. Texture still has the op.
I want to bleach my eyes after this game.
And a different look from
It's
Sentinels.
it's tough when all of I mean we're back to old. We're back to the old APAC region.
Saucy is truly in a flow state right now. He pre-fired that.
Where we're
Keep
relying on
calling me
DRX.
fraud. You will rue this day, General Gen G, my mortal enemy.
Including Texture and his op.
Yeah, Texture wants blood. He's hunting for it, but it looks like Sen have something cooked up. A little pop.
Please show the ban on stream. I can't wait to see it.
He's taken the line. Nothing found
Gosh.
yet.
Look at this from Sen.
This freeze is crazy, but the problem is they're on the clock. You can't stay in this state forever.
Look at the mini map.
But they've all rotated
Just
to A.
biding
They
their time.
got him.
It's a free B site right now.
Second with a massive shot.
They got him.
The op is down. Locky and Munchkin with 2 ults. Rotating back B, and there it is, the first popped. Saucy managing to get the spike down though as Tens.
Wall going down actually helped them, I think,
plucking
with
one
the
down,
KO.
trying to turn the flash, succeeds, but dies. Now numbers still the way of Sentinels. With the spike
Oh
down,
no,
John GT
John.
looks to
How
get
have
away.
you not killed him,
Couple
Lakia,
parting
bro?
shots as threats as
Oh
Lakia
my
falls.
goodness,
Munchkin
you
on his
can't
own,
win a
1v3.
game when he... Oh.
He's gotten it down to 1. A 1v1, can Munchkin deliver? Perhaps the biggest 1v1 of his career. The tap, there, the swing, but Zelsis
wins it,
walks
GG.
out on top.
GG.
Get to series
Thinwood.
point.
Clock is ticking, my
wasn't
friend.
kidding.
Thinwood.
Sentinel said
The
they were out for
clock
blood.
is ticking.
That's exactly where they're at now.
Just gotta let it sit right now. Texture.
Private PRX bar, you better pipe down. Remind me again, how many finals did your team fumble and crush the hopes of all APAC fans? Bum-ass team will forever talk shit.
Texture in that moment. Rotate all the way back into A site.
Thinwood is gone.
No info was gathered towards B. The spots that Sentinels were hiding at.
Well,
The
Gen
operator
G,
doesn't get value in that
unlucky.
moment.
But you only have yourselves to blame. Why are we...
Said I didn't
Right.
care about
How
the
have you
ban,
not
but
taken a
no,
timeout
I
after
do
the
care,
bonus
and
round?
now it's
Okay.
gonna be so sweet.
I have to point
Eagle,
this out, because this
Eagle,
happens a lot with
Eagle,
Gen G.
Eagle, let me
Anytime they are
watch him
losing a
suffer.
map, they have way too much trust that the players will figure it out. They need to... I mean, obviously the season's over, so whatever, but... How are you taking a timeout at 12? How are you not taking a
Thinwood
timeout after
getting
that
banned
bonus
before me
where you
long.
fucking
Can't
throw
wait
the
to see it.
entire map
USA,
because your
Eagle,
team
USA,
is overheating
Eagle.
like
I tried
crazy
to
and they
tell
are
everyone
panicking?
that this
How
would
are
be
you
a 2-0,
only taking a
I'm
timeout
prophet.
now?
I just noticed the Champs 2024 finisher looks like the Statue of Liberty pose. This is officially the America's Champs, USA, USA, Eagle, Eagle. TMV, how many subs for Thinwood to not get banned?
For Thinwood to not get banned,
Lotus, they got-
I think that's up
they
to the
got
chat.
the 1 yard line,
I
and then
think
Gen G came
the
put together a
mob
ferocious
wants its
comeback. But it wasn't enough. Can they do it again?
the mob
Can
they
close
want their
out the map
justice.
here?
Sentinels are wise to something.
Yeah, the dizzy
The
going
crowd
on.
demands blood.
And you can't recover that either, Doug.
At General_gang, what's happened, bro? This isn't gang.
Sentinels understood.
Don't worry, there's always next
They're
year.
at match point right now. It's elimination
is
for Gen G.
Valorant. Gadgo, thanks for the 13
Players
months.
get desperate at a time like
Honestly,
this.
I mean,
They
this
wanna force
performance
things,
is like
make things happen. That's why you see a red
like,
wall across the
so
board.
bad that-
Nobody has really pushed past the barrier.
Ban him off with his head. Eagle, Eagle,
I mean,
Eagle.
look at the mini map. From the start of the game, it was 3 players towards A, a shift towards mid now. There was a dagger used.
Texture's going to be called upon to deliver.
Never give up on gambling, kids. Finwood gave up right before a big win.
Nice, Sen. Right, just use lockdown, Sen. Use lockdown, Viper's Pit, don't troll. You have the game right here.
Who's Finwood and why are they getting banned? I wasn't paying attention.
Thinwood's getting banned because Thinwood said to pay out early for a GENG win. And I said if GENG end up losing, then you get banned.
Lucky a legacy game.
This game is bad enough to where you would consider benching him, I think. That you would consider getting another player.
But it would have been so much sweeter to do so in front of a home crowd. But now, Locky and Munchkin.
Well,
Watch Sentinels
thus
upset a lot of teams just to go back and lose to G2.
They're going to have to navigate the pit. Every single member crumbling tonight.
Okay, Thinwood.
G2 now looking like the favorites after these group games, no?
Okay, Thinwood. I'm going to give you one chance. I'm going to give you one
Why
chance.
are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet, Pacific? Why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet?
I want you to say something. This is like in
07 Thick Slumber Plus at Warlord Wibs at Volt Ninja Gang.
Where are you? Thinwood, bail me out.
That's the spite! The
Bail me out. That's all you had to say?
positioning. What a blunder!
That's all you had to say? You can see infinite TMVs, infinite bans on Thinwood. You're gone! Never to return! Let that be a lesson! I'm choking. Okay, thanks, Sen, for ending this game. I won't miss anything. I'm going to end the stream now. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to a wedding. What can you do? I'll just put it out here now. I think that Fnatic will beat Crew.
Looks like
We'll
it's
see.
time for me to flip my shirt and support the team I have on the sheets. But fuck it, fuck DRX, and we had a good season
wait.
anyways. Also, PRX,
We have one thing to
we're
do
your
first.
trophy.
We have one thing to do first.
Rip Thinwood, I will get you back.
Warlord Wib and Vault Ninjas Gen G.
Brothers, the Lackey of Valorant by Thinwood. Rob Moore and Sentinels showing the entirety of Pacific Freedom, USA, Eagle,
Gone.
USA, by Thinwood.
Just like
Waving
that, gone.
hand, waving hand, waving hand. Don't go to the wedding, give us our early payout, Fnatic.
I cannot give you your early payout, Fnatic. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day. Sentinels back on top, where they belong. What did the
Don't
Lackey
forget
end
to
in this
tell
game?
everyone at the wedding about Thinwood.
I won't. Lackey 9 and 30. I mean, to be fair, Karen also with a stinker. 9 and 30, 83 ACS over 2 maps. Holy shit.